Hello everyone, it's Finn, your host of the Distract3d Podcast and Dungeon Master right here on Adventures in Habanshall, welcoming you to, well, if you hadn't guessed or didn't read the title, this episode of Adventures in Habanshall.
Hey, this is your host Tristan from the Distract3d Podcast. Before we get into this next video, I wanted to apologize for the lack of videos being released. We have been on a small hiatus for some important family matters and have been unable to record any new episodes of the Distract3d Podcast talk show. Thankfully, we still do have pre-recorded sessions of our adventures in Habanshall. Thank you for your patience with us, and without further ado, it's time to go on an adventure. Please like and subscribe for more D3P D&D content.
Alright, we're back in our episode, and last we left off, our intrepid crew of adventurers managed to fight off some darklings.
And then died.
No, I don't remember that. Managed to fight some darklings with their good friend Dingle of Dingle's Things and Tings. They then returned to the Dark Elven capital after dispatching an entire camp of darklings with the wonderful use of an item and a friend that G has, who he now owes a great debt to. But upon returning and informing the Chamberlain of the accomplishments they have, our crew heads to the guest quarters in the royal castle in hopes of a nice long rest after a long battle. But before then... before then...
We're going to rest. Pull them aside.
Hold up.
Yes.
You two are approached by... Oscar, your mentor, approaches the two of you as the other two are heading off to their sleeping quarters.
Okay.
For ale.
What?
For ale. That's all.
Or ale. Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought you said for ale. I was like, you're not getting... Okay. Anyways.
For ale.
For ale and glory. Approaches and goes...
Are those not synonymous?
No.
Okay.
You're throwing me off. He goes, good to see you again.
Yes, you too.
And Thorn, though we have not properly met, I do know of you. And I know of your teachings and the one who taught you your ways.
You know who he is.
Yes, or I should say I did. I had the pleasure of gathering information on him for the war.
Do you know where he is now? If he's still around.
That I cannot say. I'm not certain.
Can I insight check him?
Go for it.
Not bad. 20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me whisper you with the power of technology.
Alright.
Because it's much easier than getting up and going around the table.
For sure.
Do I have any idea what this means?
I don't know. That is your decision if you've told Oscar or not about some of your past.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go over that.
He goes, now that I've properly introduced myself to you, I believe it is time for both of you to advance in your trainings. And that is why I'm here.
What does that mean?
Yeah. What does that mean?
It means follow me. I'm going to wear you out before you have a nice rest. So he just turns away and leads both of you down hallway and spiraling around through some stairs to a place you know rather well as the training den. He takes you both in there. Goes, now, this is my companion, Kakor. And you see a half-orc off to the side, looking a bit older, has a bit of a whitish beard going on, not super long, but hasn't been shaved in a little while. And he kind of looks both of you. Yeah, yes, Joey, like yours. But he looks at both of you. The half-orc called Kakor and just kind of gives a nod. And your mentor says, he will be training you, Thorn, as he is familiar with your ways. But as for you, Oscar, we have some training to go over. So, leads you first into kind of the fighting pit of the training area. He says, now, we may strike from the shadows, but sometimes hiding is not available to us. You must look for different openings. Now. Joy's like, oh, I get it now. It makes perfect sense. Wow! It's almost like this is what your entire subclass is about. Goes, now, I wish for you to find the opening and to strike me.
Press A to jump.
So, yes, if you would like to make an insight check.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Do you have nothing for your insight bonus?
No, I did. It was a 7 with the bonus. So
No,
it's an
but-
8.
but
No,
remember
it
you-
goes to 8
goes
right
to
away.
8. Remember?
It goes to 8 and then you have because Inquisitive is...
It's 11.
I rolled a natural 1.
Doesn't matter.
You gain sneak attack advantage on the next strike, which he expects you to do now that you have.
So I rolled a hit.
Yeah, roll the hit. You're just using...
With advantage, I believe.
I didn't hit.
What'd you get?
1.
You look and you see the opening and you're getting, okay, I got this. And you go to punch and he just knocks your hand back out of the way.
Yep.
And then he pulls out a dagger and is going to inside check you if you can make a deception check for me.
It's better.
Much better. 16.
I rolled 2.
Yes.
All those 20s, you got rid of all
I
your
know,
luck
I
at
got
the
rid
beginning.
of all my luck right before this. He goes, very interesting, and is going to strike at you. That's a 13 to hit.
I have a 13 armor class.
Alright, you are going to take a hit. Where is it? That is going to be 3 points of piercing damage. As you get stabbed by him, he goes, again.
So I have it for a minute, so I still have it,
You
correct?
still have it.
So, attack. Much better.
Much better.
Do I add anything to?
Your dexterity plus your
Plus
proficiency
proficiency.
modifier.
22? 5? 17 plus 5. Dexterity plus 2.
That's 22. That definitely has. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is...
I'm assuming you're using the dagger at this point. Yes. Or the rapier.
I mean,
He is letting you decide.
I don't want to kill him. Use a dagger. 2?
Yeah, 2d6. Because you're level 3 now, and it's sneak attack.
I don't want to kill him.
I doubt that highly.
You're gonna kill him.
Truthfully, I don't know that I have any daggers except for the throwing daggers.
You can still stab with them.
Okay.
It's still a dagger.
Just,
A dagger is a dagger.
I was like,
Just to clarify. Daggers are daggers.
terrible rolls.
That one is cocked. You can reroll. The 6, because it's at an angle. Or the
Highest roll I have.
it's
Hey.
an angle. Oh my
Let's go.
gosh.
Like I said,
So that's how much damage?
4 points.
Plus
4 points
dex.
of piercing damage.
plus dexterity.
7 points of piercing damage. As you slash out on 7. He goes, kind of steps back and goes, that's better. That's what we wanted to see.
I don't want to kill him. Rolls low damage. I didn't roll high.
That was so good.
No, it's not.
It was hilarious.
You having trouble, Joey?
Yes. Dice are stupid. He's going to attack me now, I'm assuming.
Nope. He stands back and goes, cool. Good. Learning to find the openings in the midst of battle, rather than before, or from a distance.
What I should have done is fair.
You can do that too. Alright. After this brief confrontation between the two, they step off, and who you know simply as just mentor nods over to you and Kakor. And Kakor looks at you and goes, "Now, shall we continue the training that you were supposed to have?"
I give him kind of a sideways look. I suppose.
Very well. I will teach you the way of the open hand, to learn how to read the key of your opponent, and to use it to disable them. Get the heck out of here with your laughing, Tristan. It's hard to do a deep voice.
I just thought of a pun.
I don't want... No. No.
It's the key to success!
No!
You already used that one.
Did I?
Pretty sure.
Have I? Oh, okay.
Would
See,
not
that's
surprise
how,
me.
that's, my mind comes up with so many puns, I don't even know if I've already thought of them. So bad.
Alright, so
Please
he goes,
continue though.
"Let me show you." And as he takes you into the middle of the ring, Kakor is going to make a strike followed by flurry of blow strikes at you. So the first one is going to be a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Misses, you easily just block out of the way. And then flurry of blows, strike number 1 is also 14 to hit. Another miss. Same song, second verse. However, that one is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
There we go.
He's going to hit you for 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the strike hits you kind of right in the middle of the chest. Did you say 10? 10. Oof. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're getting a long rest after this unless you guys do something. That's the plan. And then I need you to make a dexterity or a strength saving throw.
Probably not 7.
7 does not make it. You feel yourself, as the hit lands, just with the blank open palm of him, you feel yourself slide back about 15 feet. In fact, exactly 15 feet. And kind of stands there and goes back into a race stance and goes, "As you can see, you can move someone else without so much, just giving them a little nudge. Now, breathe in, out. Know the key that flows within you flows the same in others. Use it. Now come and push me with your fist or your open palm."
Alright, I'll charge him and give him the same fury of blows. Or
Yep.
flurry of blows.
Flurry blows. So that's 3 attacks.
First one is a 21.
21 hits.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And then flurry of blows.
22.
That will also hit.
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
What the
25.
Those all hit.
Oh my gosh,
You just-
dude.
Let's see if I got this time.
Kakor being this older, like half orc, bit slower than you, you just come out and the first strike hits. You can roll damage for the first strike, and then the flurry of blows one is where you get to decide.
Dang,
what the
dude.
So
fun
that
stuff.
one's only 5 points.
5 points of damage to Kakor.
And
And
then
then
that one is 6 points.
6 points to Kakor, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, poor Kakor.
And then the last one is 7 points.
Alright, and then
Oh my gosh,
are you going to try and move him with the strength saving throw? or you want to try?
I want to
something
drop
else?
him.
You want to drop him?
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw. He's pretty good at his dexterity. That is a 16.
What's my DC for?
I believe for key it is your monk
8.
or 8 plus your wisdom plus your monk salt.
But wisdom plus dex, I believe it is.
Is it? I'm going to double check with the powers of Robux. Your key save is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, yeah. So he makes that.
He makes that. You go to knock him to the ground. For the purpose of this, he's not really trying to do anything, so I'll let you, for the purposes of training, attempt it again with the second flurry blow strike, because training is fun. He definitely fails that with a 10. So you hit him with the first one. You see him kind of move a little bit, like he's going down, and you're like, all right, let's try again. And you take your open hand and you just kind of lightly.
So I have a question for each, like,
Yeah.
so the whole bonus action is flurry of blows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if one fails, can I do that in combat? And one, if I hit both times, if one effect fails, can I try again with the
I
second punch?
believe it is only one, but I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
Now, the thing to remember about that, I believe it.
No.
It uses
You
key every
can.
single time, right?
Nope.
No, it doesn't use key with you. Well,
Not for those. You can do a separate effect on each attack if one fails. So
Sick.
I was actually following the rules of that. Yeah, it costs you 1 key point because flurry blows, but other than that, the effect still happens.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of just lightly hit him with your open palm, just on the side. He goes down onto the ground, looks up at you and goes, "I told you to push me."
Yeah, but you were expecting that.
He's then going to attempt to sweep your leg. Lip and hack, that's a 7 hit. That definitely does not hit.
He hits his leg and bounces off.
You just you hear it coming in the sand on the pit, and you just jump up over it. And he goes, "Well, you may not have pushed me, but that was quite an excellent fall."
Thank you.
Hey man, push comes to shove, he did what he was supposed to.
He goes, "Oh, that felt good." Speaking of which,
Is he secretly a
I
barbarian?
huh?
Is he secretly a barbarian?
barbarian
Loves
monk
pain.
switch there.
But he's a half orc.
That's fair.
He goes, "Speaking of good, your father wishes you well. I come from his town.
My father.
Not your
Uh,
birth father. You know who I mean.
yes, of course. I miss him. I should stop by to see him soon.
You should. We work together."
Do you?
Yes.
You also a photographer.
Well, I keep him. I can't think of the word now at the moment.
Preoccupied.
I make good trick.
Ah,
Let's put it that way.
just saying.
Yes. So whenever you find yourself in the name of the city that I can't remember, and I left my stupid map back at home, let me go find it. Let me go and find it. Flip.
And Flip.
I can't flip and read it in
in
the
your
picture.
hometown of Flip.
Capson. That's what it's called.
Capson?
Capson.
Capson.
Which you would know, because that is where the halfling and tend to sit around. It's a very well-known town for its ale produced by both the population of halflings and humans that live there, but as well as the dwarves that live right in the nearby mountain. That's over on the western side of the continent.
Cool.
Damage is right here. Pierce. Because it's a stabby stab. Just stands up, kind of brushes the sand off, and goes, "If you are ever in Capson, please feel free to stop by.
I
I
will.
shall teach you more."
I appreciate the lesson,
gives you a head nod, and then heads over to Oscar's mentor, and they kind of talk in a hushed tone for a moment before Kakor makes his way out of the chamber.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Mentor looks over and goes, "Now that you have learned a thing or two, ignore the voice crack. He does not actually do that. I'm just crap with that. I believe you both have earned a well-deserved rest."
I think so too.
Agreed. How much time passed?
I would say during the whole thing, as much as you would have been doing a little bit more training than what we did.
Yep.
I would say took maybe an hour and a half
Okay.
of time. So it is around. It's actually more so about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon because you guys like got up in the morning and went and did the battle.
Gotcha.
So
It's still like dark, you know.
yeah, it's still dark.
Okay.
It's hard to tell.
Alright.
So do I get a dream sequence of mine, or how does that work?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Okay.
Awesome. That was
Um,
fun.
Anything you would like to do
So
before
we-
heading to your room?
Did we plan on going out or just going straight to our rooms after?
I don't know.
Talking to you two.
I didn't mention anything.
I plan on going.
I just had
You
the
guys
small
were-
conversation with him, and then I parted ways to go and drink.
Pull
But-
Oscar aside after we get out of the training chamber. Oscar, you're mental. What is it he actually does?
Oh, which I should inform because I didn't describe him at all. He wears like a half mask just on the lower half of his face, as well as he was wearing a hood the entire time, so the top half is very is just in shadow, and he wears this long kind of flowing coat of sort. Yeah, he's like a ninja.
I assume he's of the same profession as you.
As far as I know,
Right. Well,
he does what I do, but there could be more. I am not sure.
he definitely knew more about my former master than he was letting on.
Yes.
And it's imperative we find that out. For me. at
Okay.
least.
Okay.
Not now. Doesn't have to be now.
We can do this.
But
It will take
do
time.
you know how to find him if you need to?
Do I?
No, he
Okay.
typically comes and finds you.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Hard man to pin down.
I think that when the time comes when we need to find things out, it will happen.
I agree.
I know that he moves around too much to be distracted easily. However, like we're walking back, I'm assuming, I would like to get that item back so I can study it to see the
Give him the
beautiful
The stinger.
Uh, yeah.
Yes, we need to focus at the task at hand, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to let this one go.
Okay.
Alright. Anyone else doing anything else before returning to their rooms to bed down for the afternoon before setting off?
I'll shower if I can,
Do showers exist?
or bathe.
You can
Rather
bathe. There's not so
bathe,
much
yeah.
a shower.
Is there a
I
river
was-
nearby?
Underground?
Anime style hot spring, as if the
Right.
entire city just go down the road.
Oh yeah, totally. 100%. They have like a bathing area for guests in the castle. You can go and do that.
Because I like to be clean.
Before it is overnight or whatever we're doing, resting and whatnot, I do want to study the stinger. I do
Mhm.
want to study the book.
Yeah, in that case, I'll let you choose what order you do this in.
Okay.
For each, go ahead and make a investigation check. In whichever
I have to
order you-
say what I'm doing before I roll, don't I?
Yes.
If I'm still with him, can I assist him?
If you are still with him, you can assist him. Alright. Either giving him advantage or rolling separately.
Am I alone?
Go
Okay.
for it.
I would assume so.
I would like to investigate the wand. Or the...
Oh, the little piece of metal.
Yes.
In that case, for you, what exactly are you looking for with it?
Magical capabilities.
Make an Arcana check.
Yikes! I got a 10.
I'm doing Stinger first.
Stinger first. Alright, go ahead and roll with advantage because Thorn is assisting you. Oh my god!
We'll take the 8.
8 plus.
What's your investigation?
Stupid. 12.
The best part is you treat it as, oh my gosh. It's
Dice are stupid.
it is a stinger. However, as you're kind of messing around with it, it's definitely not made of the normal chitinous exoskeleton.
Okay.
Of a normal scorpion stinger.
Okay.
It also, like, if you, I'm assuming you don't, but you kind of like mess with the stinger a bit. It doesn't seem like there's probably any poison in it.
Good to know. It's
But-
dried out, right?
No, it's not dry. It doesn't appear like dried out. It just seems like there's no venom in it, from what you can tell.
Intriguing.
Other than that, I would say it was a roll of 12. That's about all you glean.
That's fair.
And what'd you roll in Arcana?
I rolled a 10.
A 10. You know, it's definitely magical. You don't know exactly what it does, having especially not been privy to the Shadow Guards, and you don't know how it works.
So when I hold it, does anything happen?
No.
Okay. I'll keep it stashed away.
Now
I look at the book.
the
Ooh.
better.
And you get advantage again if Thorn is still helping you, so you can potentially get better here.
That was a 1 again.
17.
17. The book is blank. There's no writing in this book.
Okay.
At all. The cover is, it has kind of the same spiral design on the cover that the swords do.
Mhm.
And it is in, it's got like part of it's black cover, a black, what you kind of assume to be some leather, and then the other looks like red dragon scales, which you find very interesting.
Wait, this
Same.
is the cover of the book?
The cover of the book, like the cover.
Yeah.
Don't know how else to
Rounding.
I would describe it. But other than that, I would say you attempt to, you're kind of looking on your, like, maybe this is a journal,
Yes.
and when you try to write in it with any kind of writing, nothing appears on the page and the ink stays on your quill.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will put the book away and ask Thorn if he knows of any paper that does anything like this because he's a cartographer.
Would I know?
Make a history check.
History check.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, jeez. 13.
13. You know there are definitely plenty of means of magically sealing a piece of paper. And maybe there's some kind of writing on here you just can't see currently. But as for why someone would do that with paper with no writing on it, that seems very weird. Never know. Never know.
We'll have to get this further examined.
Yes. Yes, we will. Ooh, had a thought.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I got the book, but
You picked it up in the Darkling camp.
In one of the tents.
cool. I'm gonna go back to Chamberlain guy.
Okay. You go out to the front of the king's door. You ask the guards for the chamberlain. You wait about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And the same.
Yep.
The wall opens. And goes, yes, can I help you, Oscar?
I have this book.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I was curious if you had any insight or where I could go to get it checked out.
Let's see. You show him the book, correct?
I do show him the book, but I don't give him the book.
He goes, I can't say I've seen a book like that before.
Okay.
Where did you find it?
In the camp of the people we killed.
Did they maybe have anything that could work with the book? I don't know. I don't know much about this.
Cool, thanks, bye.
Because, very well. Goes back in the door and you watch it. Goes back up.
I'm pretty sure I would have been very gone by the time the door closed.
Probably. Alright.
Okay.
Anything else anyone would like to do before?
I like to go to sleep.
You want to go
I'm
sleep?
gonna go to a bookstore, a library.
Perhaps. No, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's just
It's just you?
just me, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I need to find something out about this book. Someone who has some sort of something.
You actually, as you come out, just as a detail, Dingle is kind of sitting outside the castle still. It's only because it hasn't been. It has been an hour and a half, but you see, he is actually talking with a variety of these more scholarly-looking people that go around the castle, and he is like they're still going. You can tell they have probably been in conversation this entire time.
Yep.
And they're still in the middle of conversation.
Have they seen me?
If you're not maybe stealthy, then yeah, they probably would have seen you. But whether or not they chose to ignore
To acknowledge.
acknowledge, or maybe they're just deep in thought and not really.
Give me a layout of the area I'm in.
It's like steps going down.
Okay.
Good amount of steps, and you've got kind of on the sides. It's like the like flat areas.
Yep.
With little braziers on them with
Okay.
the dark shadow flame.
And they're on one of the little raised areas.
Yeah, they're on one of the braziers, kind of sitting down by the brazier and are talking a few flights down from the entrance. Seems like he was most likely partway down, saw these people, and they got into a conversation.
How far away am I able to hear them? Like how far do you be?
They're not talking quietly. I would say make a perception check. See what you can hear. Ooh.
What is that? 13, 16.
16. Their conversation consists mainly of Dingle somewhat recounting what happened in the Darkwood,
Okay.
but you kind of catch it at the end of that portion, and then they go into, they're kind of asking, what kind of junk do you have in your shop now? And Dingle's all like, oh, please, I have such amazing things. I have really amazing things. I did finally get rid of that stupid dagger from the arrow cocker. Nobody wanted it. It was stupid. And you know, that's the interesting, the amazing thing about those darklings in the woods. They had these swords that looked just like the dagger. It was amazing. Don't really know much about it. Fishman tried to give it back to me, but I told him to keep it. I did not want it. Especially if it is involved with that. Seems very dangerous. Quite amazing.
I'm going
Quite
to
amazing
go
indeed.
in the middle of them, show them the book, see if any of them react.
You just walk up to
Yes.
them without even like
Yes.
you're just like they kind of like look up at you, and
I am
Dingo's
not charismatic.
Dingo's, oh, quite amazing. We were just talking about you, Oscar. Would you care to join us in recounting what we did? It was quite amazing.
I just need to know if you know anything about the book that I have right here.
How do you show it to them exactly?
Have it in my hands.
Mhm.
I'm going to show them the cover with the symbol on it, of course.
Mhm.
But you said the back is the one with the red scale stuff.
No, it's like half and half.
Okay, yeah. So I just kind of show them the front of the book.
A lot of the scholars that are around him just kind of like, that's very weird, very strange. Dingle, however, goes, amazing, isn't that the book you got from the camp? Because that would be Dragonhide. That's,
Why would a book have Dragonhide?
no, that's going to be very old. Very
It's
old.
an owl.
Well, at least before the end of the war.
So 20 years.
It's been 85 years.
It's not very much time to an elf.
Yeah, right.
This is true. He goes, can I see it? Can I look inside?
I open it and it's from the inside.
It's blank?
Yes,
Doesn't make any sense.
exactly.
He goes, well, I don't know. And he moves his hand in the air and casts Detect Magic on it. He kind of looks at. Because that is amazing.
It's amazing, people.
It's amazing. It's not. It's enchanted to some degree. Have you tried writing it? Have you tried casting a spell to see if it says anything?
Not a spellcaster, but I did try
Because
writing it.
you know a spellcaster that fellow, the boy. I thought he might know. I don't know.
I didn't show him.
Okay, that he seems a little off. To be honest, he started talking in a really high pitched voice. It was really weird, really amazing, but really weird. Yes, back on track. Did you do anything else with it?
No.
No. So you didn't respond. So it's not invisible. You didn't try. I can't. That's not really my thing. Actually, it might be my thing. Hold on. I gotta double check Dingo's spell list. I've got the character sheet now because I went and made it. Let me go check all of his spells because he's a cleric and they know lots of spells and things, and I need to check his spell slots too. Actually,
You might be able to cast Identify.
actually can.
Because he's a thief. Knowledge show.
That's such
Yep,
a good thing
and
to
he
have.
does get that
As an
as a
artificer.
thing.
Identify.
I'm a cleric. Thank you. I'm
Cleric of the
amazing.
knowledge
I know. I'm
domain.
saying
anyways.
my artificer had it. It was
So he's-
useful.
Give me. Actually, he can do this as a ritual spell. So he's because knowledge. He goes, give me 10 minutes with the book. You place the book down. He kind of sits there, eyes closed, and does some hand motions, looking over it, and then goes, "Well, that is amazing and quite coincidental. You know that dagger that your friend got from me?
The fish.
The fish, yes. Use that in the book.
Use that in the book.
Yes, like, write with it.
Okay.
That's about all I can glean from this. It's very weird book. Don't understand it, but it takes a dagger with the symbol, and as far as I know, you
Does
have
that
one.
mean I'll be able to read it or will write it?
I don't know exactly what that does. All I know is it requires a small blade with the same symbol.
Okay.
I know you have that. Fishman has that.
Yes.
It's quite amazing, though. And it is genuine dragon hide. That's very amazing.
Is it dragon hide from a dragon or dragon hide from a draconian?
That is very disturbing, but excellent question. I don't know. I'm a little concerned if it's the former, or the latter of the two, even though they're not the best people. Still seems pretty brutal, to be honest. Ugh. Chris.
Well.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room.
You were lucky. If you had waited any longer, he was gonna be gone from the stairs, I'm just saying.
Actually, I'm not going back to my room. I'm going to his room and letting him know.
Cool. So you inform him on everything that just happened.
Well, that's great, Oscar. So what are we gonna do? Write it with a knife?
I suppose, try to write in it maybe to see if something else shows up, or I'm just gonna keep it, I think.
Sure. We'll see if G will let us borrow the
Gee, that's his
dagger.
name. I should remember that.
But for now, we should take a proper rest.
All 4 hours. You are correct.
Yes. All 4 of them.
Alright, meanwhile, while this is all happening, G, in your room, you hear a voice from the mirror.
I pull it out and look down at it.
Well, that was very interesting to watch, I must say.
I agree.
And you know, I noticed the storms that I previously granted you had disappeared.
Yeah, I was
think-
wondering about
I think perhaps you were not strong enough then. But you can tell he's kind of looking you over, even though you can't really see.
Yeah.
He goes,
There
but
it is.
I think perhaps next time your emotions go to the breaking point, the storm shall aid you, but not the storm from where I live, but from where you travel with those fun people.
that. Alright.
And just know when they call upon you to do some things,
Of course.
know that things are progressing. In fact, the piece of mirror goes back to a normal mirror, and you just see your reflection in it.
What did I see inside of the mirror? Whatever.
Make a perception check.
That is a 7.
7. The dark, deep waters of the ocean. That is what you can see. Finally, as sleep is going along, Lucius. This is what happens when you hit level 3 in my campaigns. Stuff happens. You have a dream, and there's a tiefling girl with white skin looking at you.
White skin.
Yes, we went over this
Right.
last time. Yeah,
Right.
she's white. Coloration.
Right.
White.
Right. White.
Anyways. So you're kind of standing there, looking down at a book in her hand, pacing back and forth. Will periodically look up at you, but then look back at the book and keep pacing as if you weren't there.
Navarre.
I was really hoping you weren't actually there. Yes. Hi, Lucius.
What do you know about Eris? She rolls to figure out. No.
Yes. Well, I know. Actually, to be honest, I don't know much. My memory's broken. Can't recall why.
Broken between yours and mine.
No more. I know what's yours. Specifically, because I don't recall it. But mine's more like spot. You know, can't really see it though.
Interesting.
It's like I need glasses. Maybe I should get glasses. Can I get glasses?
Do you remember anything about how Eris treated you?
Not beyond that we were co-workers. We were working on something together. You actually kind of watch a blurry image behind her. Make a perception check for me with disadvantage.
Nat 1. I'm not gonna get lower than
You've
that.
got no idea. It's very blurry. She goes, no, I can't remember much besides studying, working. Not much at all.
Navarre, You remember that elf man that we were talking to?
Which
The one who gave us the quest.
Actually, an interesting point. Yes, the one that carried himself as if he were very important.
Yes. He says he knows you.
I don't recall him. To be perfectly honest, I don't. and kind of fades out back into dreamless sleep. Right. Everybody wakes up well rested. Your magical reserves keen and otherwise restored.
Yes.
As well as your body feeling much better than it was.
39 points.
Good morning,
You have
Fish.
32 hit points? Oh my gosh!
Good morning, Fish.
You're in different rooms. I said this last time.
I thought you said we had gotten up already.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Okay, so I
You
will
got
leave
prepared
everything.
spells.
I do have to prepare my spells.
So you would do that in the mornings.
Is the food brought to us, or is there like a food hall?
There's like a guest
Continental breakfast.
There's like a guest food hall with like a table around.
I'm there.
Okay.
Just watching
Yeah.
people, seeing if there's anyone in their conversations.
I'm there eating.
Yeah, as a barbarian, I would probably go in and be like, I wonder what interesting food sounds fine today.
Fish. I'm just kidding.
Again, what do you think they eat in the ocean?
I know.
Like,
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay, with this.
Terrible. 13. You notice a lot of there's some drow. There are some elves from Ishi there, and they seem to not really anything of superior note. One of them actually says something that you might not find interesting, but you know someone who would probably find interesting. Talking about a gang of thieves over in the west. Some gang of thieves that seems to be wreaking some big havoc to the towns and cities over there.
Paper, either of you?
What?
Paper? Need some paper. He needs some paper. By the way, this is like... Oh no, because you would be waking up way later. Because you guys went to sleep in the afternoon. So let me rephrase this. This is more like early
So-
morning.
I was actually about to ask, are we, because I know a lot of times where if something big goes on, I stay awake and I go to bed at like 3, 4 p.m.
If you guys
and I
want,
wake
you
up
can do that.
at like
I'll
6
I'll say that happened
Yeah.
for better purposes. Then yeah, a gang of thieves over in the west, and one of the towns catches your eye because you heard, or your ear because you heard it the night before, and that is the town of Capson.
I don't happen to spot. Are we still in like the royal area?
This
Or
is
we-
like a guest dining
Okay.
hall. Kind
So I
of
wouldn't
thing.
see Mr. Mentor Man here.
Definitely not.
Okay.
He is not here. He could be anywhere.
Let's see.
what kind of food is there?
It's a variety. It's a lot of plants. There's a good amount of greens, but there are also some fish which are brought by merchants and other forms of meat from the local area above Ishi.
I probably eat some of the fish and I'm like, this is not fresh at all.
You're not wrong. It's like the salted, dried fish kind of thing. Love it. But with that, the day is yours.
Do we have any active quests going on?
Yes, we have to return to
Bring in-
Ishi to return
What are we
everything
doing?
that we've
What
been
are
here
we doing
for.
with that thing?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the quest that we started out with. So basically, we Skyrimmed it. We had the main quest, but we were like, screw it, let's do some side quests.
Pretty much.
Which proved useful. So am I at the table with
You would be now at this point.
Okay, yeah. All right.
It doesn't take you, sir. I'm not like, you have to be like this long for all your spells. I'm like, it's pretty simple.
Well, it was a lovely stay, but I think we really should be getting back to Ishi now.
Why are we going to Ishi?
Our quest was to return the scorpion tail.
Yes.
The stinger.
I think I should go check my room to see if it's in there because I don't have it on me.
Can I roll insight to see if he's lying?
Yeah. Make a
18.
make a
plus...
check in response, persuasion or deception. Don't tell them either way, because if you're telling the truth, it's persuasion.
Okay, so I got an
If you are
18.
lying, it is deception.
You will have to tell me which one that is.
No, you have to decide for yourself.
You decide which one. That's up to you.
Which check
whether
are
or
you
not you
making?
have it
Are you
on
making
you
a
or not.
persuasion or deception check? I think you have to.
Are you lying to him, or are you trying to persuade
Don't
him
tell
into
us, but
believing?
you know,
Yeah,
make the
that's what I'm
check.
trying
Yeah.
to. That's what I was confused about. I was trying to.
Once
figure
again,
out
that is
which one.
up to you if you did leave it in the room or if you do have it on you.
It doesn't matter. Either way.
You rolled lower. What you're saying?
It's the same, but I rolled lower. Either way.
In that case, if you want to tell Tristan what the case is.
Is it on you or
Is it on you or is it in the room?
Huh?
Is it on you, or is it in your room because he rolled higher than what you rolled? So now he gets to know
So
whether.
he gets to know.
This is Joey telling Tristan.
Yes.
Because Lucius will know.
I did leave it in the room.
You did leave it.
So
okay.
you know he did in fact leave it in the room.
Yes.
An item of such importance. You left it in your room?
We're in one of the most heavily guarded main central.
Also, what
doesn't
could
mean
possibly
that
be the spy capital of the world?
Your brother has a point.
People know who I am, though.
That
I'm not worried.
Neither am I, but I'd still like to leave as soon as possible.
I would prefer we collect that item as quickly as possible and as hushed as possible.
Are you guys talking about that stinger thing?
he was saying we'd like some more ale, please.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Oscar, why don't you
I'll go
go grab it? And
Fish.
while Oscar, so do you leave too?
Yes.
While Oscar's gone, I just I want to talk to Lucius for a minute. So, you mentioned yesterday that you are of two minds.
It's complicated. I'm not quite sure of the nature. I just know that I am not just myself. There's another. And I kind of look over at Fish. And I say, yes, he knows now.
Okay. You just see me actually pulling out the dagger and actually picking some meat with the dagger and eating it off of it.
Hold on to that. So this other person,
Yes.
does it have? It's within you.
She's
She.
within my memory. But also, she's a part of me. It's beyond my comprehension. I've been trying to study it for years, and I've had others study it, but with little outcome. Until now, of course.
For years you were. But what? A young lad, aren't you?
That is another thing. My age can be deceptive. You see, because of her, I'm of a wild magic, and sometimes the magic takes control of the situation, and random occurrences happen, such as launching myself out of my room into a library. Also, such as being set back in age. I'm actually 63 years old.
I see.
Inside check.
Go for it. You are sitting there. You hear this.
That's a 2.
Yep.
-1.
Oh my
Hard to
God.
read.
I'll do it as well. That's a 15 plus
Okay,
5,
plus
so
one, so
20.
Should I
I
roll for anything? I'm not necessarily trying to hide it. I'm being honest about it. So.
Okay, so I get the feeling that he's being okay.
My character just kind of comes up and just starts poking your skin, like...
That's enough. Thank you.
So, where do you come from originally?
I don't know. As far as I know, my life has been the capital in Ishii.
The capital.
Yes.
You come from the capital.
As far back as I can remember, yes.
Is it normal for people to
come from the capital.
come from or
It's
like
pretty normal.
travel to the capital?
There is a residential
Okay.
area in the
Okay.
capital.
And this other person, she has been with you as long as you can remember?
I don't know when she began her existence within me. I remember having dreams about her way back then, mainly her voice, not really seeing who she was. I believe I was around the age of 8 when I remember, when my memory started and when I started to have dreams of her, so I would assume, yes, she's been with me as far as I can remember.
Is she cute?
She's not. A
Maybe for you.
I'm not.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter if she's a
Does-
fish.
She
I don't
does
discriminate.
She talk to you? Can she do anything?
She does. She talks to me, and sometimes she's the reason I have magical abilities, I believe. I don't know I don't know much about my past, so I don't know if I have any innate magical abilities, but I know that the wild part of my magic comes from her.
And so, is that what you were doing at the academy, trying to figure this out?
I was trying to control it. I was kicked out after a while because of the many accidents. And of course my mentor, he went missing after a while. I don't know where he went. I don't know if he's alive still, but I've not seen him for ages.
So what will you do when we return to Ishii? If we return.
There's a man there, the elf, who is secret about who he is. He says he's been studying me and trying to help me, but I'm not sure.
You want me to smush his face?
I don't think you could.
Was it
I don't know, we had
one
pretty
of
good
the
arm
elves we
wrestlers.
met, or someone different?
Sorry.
Was it one of the elves we met, or was someone different?
It was the one who gave us this quest. Not the headmaster, but
Yeah.
his second in command, or
Well,
whoever he is. I'm not quite sure. I haven't really seen him around much. But I know he's not one of the teachers there at the school. Quite honestly, I'm ready to leave Ishii. I've been hiding for so long, trying to control this magic, and now I'm just understanding it. I feel like I've been learning all my life and not putting any of that to use.
I would like to roll to see if there's anyone else listening in on the
Make a
conversation.
perception check.
11.
11? No. No one you can tell.
Well, I will tell you that this item we received from Dingle may have more importance to Oscar than even the headmaster. We may not be returning to Ishii at all. Would you be alright with that?
I've been a friend of the elves for a very long time. They've sheltered me, raised me back to health many times. been understanding of all of my accidents. I feel uncomfortable turning my back on them. I would understand if we were able to gather more information about who this man is that we're giving this artifact to. But I don't think we should completely take it out of the realm of possibility to return.
I agree. I've also spent a good portion of my life around elves and other beings, and I have found that there's good and there's evil in all. Sometimes people are good to you for a while, and then you find out who they truly are. I don't know if the elves you've been with, but I know that Oscar is a good man, one worthy of trust, and I can't say the same for anyone you've been with.
I will say, don't trust fish. They like the moon.
You know what's wrong with the moon, G?
He's very arrogant.
He.
All
Anyways.
right.
Just
That was
thanks
one of
to-
the best exchanges we've had yet.
All right. Now, while all this is going on, if I can have everyone except for Joey leave the room, please.
Oh no.
Because stuff is happening. Stuff is definitely happening.
I did not expect that at all.
Whoo! Alright. So you make your way back to your guest chamber where the stinger
Yes.
is there.
Yes.
You grab it. Now where are you going?
I am going to have a conversation with the king. Let him know that
You make your way to the front of the king's chamber and you ask the guard. And the guard goes in the same echoey voice that I will summon the chamber.
I really mean the king this time, not the chamberlain.
By this point, the door comes, chamber comes out and goes, "Hi, you wish to see the king?
Yes. Very, very vital, important.
How important?"
It's need to see the king. That'd be great.
Kind of leans in close. Did you succeed on something, or did you fail taking out the darklings? There's more than what we saw.
I was successful in taking them out.
But you've already said that.
Well, you just asked me. So I was successful, yes.
Then why are you here?
Because I have something else I need to talk to the king about. I don't know if this guy knows truthfully, so I'm not telling him anything.
Good insight check. Nope, that's a natural one. Goes, come with me then.
Do I go through this special door?
Yeah, he like motions for you to follow him. Takes you in, and it is like a hallway. It's kind of hard to tell where it begins and where it ends. It's really weird. And you're in there, and turns to you, and in the voice of the king goes, "Well, you wanted to see me?"
Yes. How well do you know Dingle? And the Archmage of Ishi?
Goes, "I know Dingle Prey. By the way, this is the Chamberlain, who you now realize is in fact the king."
Okay.
He goes, "I've known Dingle a long time. We've helped each other out on multiple occasions.
Do you
As
trust
for-
him?
I trust him.
Okay.
I do indeed. As for the Archmage of Ishi, can't say I've met him.
Intriguing. I don't know how to phrase this question because I don't know the depth of the other people looking for it? Is
Most definitely.
the city of Ishi looking for it?
I would assume so, yes. As to what end? Still not sure.
What is our end? What are we looking for it for?
Make a persuasion check.
Oof, 10.
Hopefully, for the greater good.
Hopefully for greater good.
Did you find it?
I believe so.
Do you have it?
I believe so.
May I see it? Or what might be it? Welcome to the world of politics.
My rolls suck.
Oh. So you're either honest or you try with a lie.
And if I lie, then it's just downhill. Or if I fail to lie, rather, it's just downhill.
Potentially.
I'm going to recount the story of our adventures so far, rather, so that you understand the mission that we're on and the predicament that I'm in at this moment.
Very well.
We were sent with a box to Dingle.
You don't have to recount the whole thing.
Yes.
I know a bit.
Yes.
Unless whatever you want to omit from it or change.
No, there's nothing I'm going to omit. But I'm curious what his direction is with this object that could be what he's looking for
Mhm.
and that the Archmage is looking for. What am I supposed to do with this because I am a spy?
So that you're telling him the whole story.
Yep.
He goes.
And obviously the friendship I have and what they expect and what I'm tasked to do
Mhm.
and whatnot.
That truly is what remains of Ishi. Cannot be certain. I think we want it for the same ends. Us and the elves in Ishi.
Okay.
But I cannot be certain.
Something else that you could do for me is I give this to you, but you give me a duplicate or something similar so that I can give it to them. And I would have no difference. He has that kind of power. I do not.
I'm trying to figure out if I could do it very fast or not so fast.
Or an idea is while you're getting it done, you could put me on a runaround
This is often true.
so that it's they
Give me an hour.
an hour.
And I can do it.
Do you have an antechamber or somewhere where it's not easily accessed so that they don't come looking for me or can find me?
I believe you know a few spots from.
I do. Just somewhere where you know where I'm at so that we can be.
Go to your spy quarters.
Sounds good.
Hard to find, but I know the way.
Okay.
I'll see you in an hour.
Question: do I give him the scorpion tip?
It's up to you. He is expecting it at this point, as you said you would give it to him.
Yeah.
So he's like, if you please.
That's fair. That's
Alright.
fair.
Go ahead and mark it out of your inventory.
Just made some enemies, possibly.
You made a huge choice in this. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what you were expecting, but
Yeah.
I know I changed the idea from last time. So
You didn't. From what you told me, this is
yes.
going to be interesting. Alright. Alright, we can bring everyone back in. And I will tell you when the thing happens in a second. Alright.
What hello?
Hello. Now, as time continues to pass, as time continues to pass, three of you in the dining hall notice Oscar has yet to return. It has been about, I would say by the time you truly know he's gone, it's been about almost half an hour since he has left.
Your brother sure is taking his time.
That he is.
You don't suppose he's run into trouble?
Has anything changed in the dining halls or anyone
People have
weird
been
around this? Like,
people have been slowly leaving out as the days, or the night, as it
Right.
were, is beginning, and people are going about their business.
Is there like servants and stuff?
Yeah.
I'd like to call one of the servants over.
One of them comes over. She goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
Hey, we had a drow that likes to be called Dog that was around us. He should be back by now. Can you go send somebody to go find him?
Yes. Can you tell me who or how what he's dressed like?
He has dark skin, pointy ears.
His name
Yes,
is
that's-
actually Oscar.
it's probably best if we go find him. Gents, shall we? Thank you for your service.
Yes.
One more ale for the road,
Mike's
please.
good. I don't. You're not supposed to take it out. We're not gonna have you.
That's
spilling
okay,
it
they'll
on the
understand, I'm sure.
Persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, dang it.
This is against the rules.
Oh, my lowest is 14. Okay, persuasion is my highest. I got a 20.
Fine, I'll give you a small little bit.
Do you have a to-go
Thank you.
box?
No. Those haven't been invented.
Listen, I'll share my ale. Let's go.
No. Do you have a bag?
Not for food, not. No.
You just throw it in your
really.
satchel or whatever you're holding. Let's go.
Okay, I grab the ale and dump it into.
As it drifts through.
Actually, better yet, I pour out my water skin onto like one of the bowls, and I fill up my water skin
With
filled
ale.
with the ale.
Alright.
I thought that's what would have been in it in the first place.
What
Let's go.
what is the ale in, by the way? My ale. Is it in?
Oh,
bottle?
it's in like a smaller wooden kind of cup.
I'm gonna
Like you
keep
have your
this.
normal tankard, and it's like a little cup.
I'm gonna keep this.
Okay.
So,
By the way,
cheers.
at this point in time, everyone who has a sword that you picked up from the guys, who
Yes.
all has a sword? Is that
Not me.
just you?
Yes.
How many?
One.
One. You take 3 points of necrotic damage as you feel a pulse just through your body, a pulse of dark energy.
Does he? Is this something that we see?
You would definitely see like like this pulse of dark energy.
Oh, that hurt.
What just happened?
Fish.
Something hurt me.
Do you know what?
No. I felt pain.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I have I? Do I know what kind of damage?
Actually, where were you
what
carrying
this
the sword?
was?
On my back.
The sword is gone.
No,
Is
sorry,
it-
on my side. My bad.
The sword is gone.
Is this what?
My new stabby stick is gone.
Did stab
Are
it?
you sure it's gone? We need to find Oscar, and we walk our way to Oscar's room.
Gone.
I'm gone. You make your way to Oscar's room.
With haste.
The room is empty. Oscar is nowhere to be seen. And there are no belongings in the room.
Everything's gone.
Everything is gone.
Well, I suppose we won't be returning to Ishi for quite a while.
Where are we still in the castle?
You are in the castle, yes.
Can I try and make a survival check to track him?
You can certainly try.
Smell him with your fish nose. Fish, what do you smell with your fish nose?
What your elf eyes see?
Is anybody helping?
I knew that's what you were waiting for.
Okay, yeah, sure. I will help
Nah,
you.
that's...
My survival is crap.
Well, I would actually look at you. Is there anything that might help me track him?
You have like a scrap of his clothes. You like sniff it. Go. No.
Do you have any really depressing books? Those seem to bring a lot of shadows.
I don't like books, so no.
I might. Can I check for?
Survival?
Yep.
It's going to be a 16.
16. It's really hard to tell. You know for a fact that Oscar is pretty light on his feet and good about being stealthy, and with the amount of traffic that comes through just the halls and walking, and
Can I
being on
cast
broad
Detect Magic?
carpet, hard to tell.
Can I cast Detect Magic to try to help
Yeah.
find?
You can cast Detect Magic if you want.
Okay, so I cast Detect Magic
Cast Detect Magic
in the room.
in the room. There's nothing magical in the room.
Okay, I continue to go around
I would say you notice the dagger he is carrying is magical, because I hadn't given that before, and I believe that is everything everyone has that is magical.
That dagger, that's the same as the sword, correct?
Well, I got this one from the shop, but I
What
didn't take
about
it off the dudes.
the necklace?
I would
Does the necklace do
warn you
anything?
against
Necklace is not magical.
It's not anything. It's not magical.
I would like to... Yeah, I would think of that. I would like to investigate the room to see if I can find the stinger.
Get an
Yeah,
investigation
I'll also
check.
search for that.
That
Very
wouldn't
much.
have that popped up with the Detect Magic?
You don't know. You've never tried.
Alright, you said
So,
investigation? Or...
Investigation.
So it's
You
either
are
not in the
scouring the
room or
room.
it's not magical.
Nope.
It's not in the room.
That is going to be an 8.
14.
14. Stinger is nowhere to be found.
We should. Would I know where the Chamberlain is? Where his quarters are?
You know where he's come to you, but you don't know where he stays or anything like that.
I
We
walk
never got
into
a
the
ring.
hallway. Barbarian unsupervised. My drow disappeared.
Oh,
That's-
perhaps we should.
A few drow look at you, very confused,
We're
and
fine.
then kind of
How about
He
a
You
nice?
said his
walk
brow
out.
disappeared. The fire caught it. It's gone.
he's a fish. Does he even have eyebrows?
He used to. You should have seen them. They were
Well,
fantastic.
okay, well, let's go back to that central chamber where we talked to the Chamberlain and see.
We might request presence with the king. He hasn't given us a reward yet. We could say that is our reward.
We'll go back to that central chamber where we met the Chamberlain and he
Alright.
gave us the mission and everything.
Yeah, you actually find Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
As I approach him, any magical?
How long does that last?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. On you, what do you have on you exactly?
No.
No. The book is magical. That he has.
Book. Okay.
Other
Is it
than
the same
that,
magic as the knife?
It is different.
It's different.
Oscar, is everything alright? You didn't return to.
Sorry that took so long. I met with the king. He needed me to do some things.
Would you like some ale?
I don't drink.
I don't trust
I
people. who
sip
don't
on my
drink.
ale.
Is everything alright?
Everything's great.
Where's Stinger?
And is the
It's in my pocket.
So it's not magical.
king satisfied?
He is satisfied.
What magic types are the book and knife, by the way?
The book is enchantment, and actually the dagger is as well.
Do you still have the book?
You said they're different.
Do you have the
Yeah, they're actually the same
His
school.
dagger disappeared.
No, the dagger didn't disappear. My
Sword
sword
disappeared.
Oh,
Actually,
still
I
has-
was meaning to ask about that. Is there somewhere I can buy a sword? Mine disappeared.
Perhaps we should take a trip back to Dingos before we head out.
Not your great sword, by the way, just the.
I know.
Okay.
I want a one-handed sword.
Yes. That would be great. I did good news.
Dingles. Okay, so we'll leave the castle
I
No? Are we good to leave?
don't think that we should go to Dingle's. He doesn't have
Swords, yeah.
swords.
Okay,
we should
we
go
can
to
just go
a
to-
blacksmith.
Sure. And as we're walking, I turn to G. G, can I hold your dagger for a moment? The one you got from Dingle?
As long as I get a sword.
Sure.
I
I pass
noticed
over the deck.
as this is happening, I turn to Thor and I'm like, I noticed the dagger and the book are of the same magical school.
That's what we're about to find out. And I hand the dagger to Oscar.
Cool. I scribble in the book.
Right, you scribble with the point of the dagger, and it writes just like as if you were using ink.
Is it black or red?
It is black.
Does it stay there?
It stays there.
Interesting.
Okay. Gonna run a test. The dagger writes in it. Quill does not.
Mhm.
We'll check it again in a couple hours to see if it's still there.
We'll give the dagger back to G for safekeeping.
As long as I get a sword, you can keep it.
Well, let's go find him.
I still think we should split it between, not have one person have both items, just in case something goes awry.
Oscar has the book. And
No,
I'll hold on to the dagger.
I just think it's better in case something goes awry if one of us were to be stolen from something.
That's fair.
Alright. And with that, we're going to take a break. Dun, dun.
Bum bum bum. Intermission song here.
Amazing! Okay,
No.
so, the day is yours. You are all together. Where are you going?
I guess we're gonna go to a shop or blacksmith. to
Let's
try to
go
find-
shopping.
Shopping episode. Alright. I would say easy enough for you to lead them through the city. Maybe once or twice, just checking on the stone marking and saying the name of the smithy, and a few names pop up and spread out. You follow one down, and you go along until you get to the Drow's fine weapons and armor. And you see a Drow sitting there, working on some weapons, sitting there hammering the ting, ting, ting. And there's kind of like a little desk there with another Drow standing there. He's kind of got elbow on the desk, looks pretty young. Kind of looks up as you all walk up, not saying anything, just looking at all of you. Very curious as to a fish and a boy.
Hello.
Smells. It's a lot of weapons you got there.
I'm actually looking for one more.
Well, you come to the right place then. What are you looking for?
I was thinking... Actually, that would be interesting. I will either be looking for a warhammer, a trident, or a
Of
long
course, a
sword.
trident. You're a fish.
Do you have
What
any?
they say is true.
Hey, Peter.
That's who it sounds like, dude.
I've never seen Family Guy. I would just like to point out.
Hey, Peter.
Now all I can think of is that. Don't got a trident, but I think I got a warhammer your size.
Didn't someone say they had a trident? No.
I don't think so. There we go.
I just gotta play my flute in the background.
With a very nice looking warhammer right here. Got a dark wood handle for
How
you.
much is it?
So I'll run you, what's the price in the player's handbook again for normal again? I can't remember.
15 gold.
15 gold. This'll run you, see, I'll run you 20 gold for it, Fishman.
I take out 20 gold and hand it to him and grab the hammer. And then I also, there's something else I've been interested in. I've seen it used inside of the circus. I believe they're called caltrops or ball bearings.
Oh, you want some little things? Hey, Tor, we got any little things? The elf that's kind of ting, ting, looks at him and goes, no. He goes, okay, thanks. No.
Anywhere I can find that.
If you're looking for ball bearings, you can check a general store. They might have some. Kids like to play with little, just ping. I don't know what they call it, but they like hit them off each other. Little circle. Kind of sucks, really. I don't get to join it, but might find some there. Any of the rest of you want anything? I'm turning weird southern accent all of a sudden.
No, thank you.
You two, more hospitable?
Scimitar. Do you have one?
I think we might have one for you.
Is that a finesse weapon?
I don't remember.
What is it? Scimitar?
Yeah.
Scimitar.
It
don't
is
mind.
finesse light. Yes. It's expensive though.
Goes,
Really?
25 gold.
well, let me go look. Tor, where'd you put the scimitars? And the elf banging on the anvil goes,
Minotaurs?
somewhere. I don't keep track. He kind of looks at you guys. Just make the stuff. Bill's the one that does all the shop work.
Talk? Is it?
Tor. My name is Tor.
Bill and Tor.
You seem tired.
Joey's gonna be look like, of all the names, you have a Bill in your campaign? Yes. Yes, I do.
Judge.
You seem tired.
No, I'm just, it's good with the muscles.
How
It's
good are
good.
you with the brain muscles?
Do you want to arm wrestle?
He kind of
course
sounds,
he
I'm
wants
really
to.
tired. Like, I don't think I would do too well.
I just asked you if you're tired, and you said no.
Not to that degree. Anyways, why you ask if I'm smart?
What's going on? We're just gonna talk to Oscar. You guys need things.
I just meant that it seemed like you were mentally fatigued, is all.
No. I don't know where the scimitars are. I don't put them back there. I just make them.
That is
Fair
what
enough.
you're going to do.
But if you have a question, I'm pretty smart.
Do you know where I might find a bookstore around here?
Yeah?
The conversation you had earlier about the whole thing that you said.
Literally
I
down the
I
street.
didn't expect that.
Like, points over with his hammer. You can see down the way there's
I
a
will
book,
let you
kind of in the. It's like in a treetop. So like those hairstyles, it's like the afro with the comb in it. It's like that, but it's a book in leaves. That's what it is. And it's called Treetop Books.
And where
Got some
might
pretty good
I?
books in there, actually.
Thank you. Where might I find flutes and other musical instruments such as that?
Hey, Bill! You know where they make the musical instruments? You hear from the back.
Why is his name not
Oh.
Ted?
I'm gonna kill you.
Bill and
That
Ted.
is what I thought you were trying to do.
I wasn't at all. I've never even.
Bill and Tor. Bill and Tor's.
He goes, I don't know. Tor goes, musical instruments aren't my thing. Be honest with
It's
you.
fine. Maybe the bookstore might give me more.
Probably, but they got some books on musical instruments.
Is there a
in
general store close by?
Yeah, you go back to the main square. Got some there. There's also a few enchanted items.
That's all I know. Very pricey. Is there any in this shop?
Yes, but sometimes
You're asking
they
for
need
that?
them in exchange for adventures. So
I don't enchant things.
Thank you.
Well-
do you sell them?
Actually, he goes, "Hey, Bill, can you grab the oh, That's right. Can you grab the one in the display case? That should be what he was asking for. Oh yeah. Cool. And you hear like a. Where's the key? I don't know where the key is. And you hear a. It's okay. I don't need a key. And Tor just goes. Just on the.
Into the forge?
No, it's not into the forge. Just like onto the anvil. He's just like.
Dum. By the way, I'm still nursing that ale.
Really take note of where this shop is at.
Okay. Just for future.
Yes.
Sure. Bill comes out with a scimitar. And it kind of has a weird where the metal kind of seems to like it not so much shimmer as it looks like, even though it's clearly solid, it looks like the metal kind of moves like a liquid, like on the almost like there's a pattern of liquid on it, and that moves, not the metal but the pattern on it.
So tell me about this.
Tor goes, well, like I told this fella, I'm pretty smart, and as much as enchanting's not my big thing, I did do it once. I think it turned out pretty well. It took a lot of tries, a few broken blades, and a few accidents here and there, but this one, if you Bill kind of have that, and he takes it and he goes, what you do with it is you slash someone and it fills them in your lungs with water. They have a hard time breathing.
What if you hit a leg?
Bill, can you come here?
Would it fill their...
And he goes, you'll be fine. Just let me test this. Bill goes, okay. So he's gonna...
Would you like to hit me instead?
He like goes, would you feel it? Or like, because you can breathe water, right? You're a fish.
Yeah, I can breathe water. That's why I figured it would be less dangerous. But I'll know if there's water in my lungs.
Okay. He's gonna make an attack on you. You letting it happen?
Oh yeah.
Alright. He's not coming down super
rages.
hard. He's gonna do 4 points of slashing damage because I rolled maximum roll on the d4. Because I was even not doing the actual damage die for the weapon.
Yeah, it's a decent.
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I choose to fail? I'm good at
It's
these.
more of a body reflex. Actually,
Yeah, I succeed.
okay, you succeed, but you can feel like. Yeah, actually, you technically win because you can breathe water, but you can feel like water enter your lungs.
It works.
Cool. Because never tried on a fish before. That's kind of cool. Ineffective, but cool.
Effective for sure. So,
John the fish.
what's the price range on it?
Well, it took a lot of work and such. I'd say around 470 gold.
But didn't you just say that you don't make magical
I
items?
said I don't, because I really don't. Not
So
very.
then...
But I made one. I'm just not very good at it, and so I don't make it casually.
Especially things that we're doing.
Well, I make blades kind of casually. It's like a hobby, but it's also my job. But doing the enchanting on it is it's a little bit harder. In fact, a lot harder.
I'd like to just start walking to the general store. Thank you.
Hey, you take care now, fish man. You're Bill like, thanks for taking the slash.
We're going to a more sophisticated store now.
Right.
I was heading to the general store. You can head to the bookstore, but I'm heading to the general store.
Wow. Tor goes, I would like to let you know I'm very sophisticated.
Oh, I just
Boy.
mean for his style.
They're both drow, right?
Alright.
We might be back for that weapon eventually. I don't know.
I'll get a new display case for it.
Next time I suggest keeping the key close to you.
Well, I have the key. He like in his pocket he pulls out a little key and he's like, I was about to tell you I had the key. He was like,
Question.
yeah.
Pickpocket. Is that sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Lock picking. Is that sleight of hand?
I believe that is
Thieves'
dex.
tools.
Yeah. Thieves' tools, which is proficiency. Plus dex.
Okay.
Alright. So where's everybody going?
I'm going general store. I believe you're going to bookstore.
I just the general store would have parchment and ink and stuff, right?
Potentially. You don't know. You've never been to this one.
I'll go with
You can
Lucius,
assume.
you go with G, meet back here.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Alright, you're going to the bookstore. Going to the general store? Alright. In that case, we'll do the bookstore first. Because it's closer in proximity. Alright, you walk inside. It's kind of interesting because there are like little trees in there, little dark wood trees. Black trees, black leaves. And it's lit by the same dark shadow flames. But it's not a big store. It's got like some shelves over on the sides and through the middle, and you see in the back is a drow, older looking, with glasses on, kind of looking down at a book. It's pretty quiet as it is,
Get the name of that shop.
fairly early in the morning. But there are some people in there browsing, and actually one of them comes over and begins talking to this old guy. Looks like they're buying something.
Okay, I'll stand in line behind the
Okay. Yeah. Oh yes, enjoy it. And hello. Are you? Don't get many human children here. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you would have any empty parchment and ink.
No. I'm bookstore. You could check a general store. They might have some parchment ink.
Why?
Dude, I'm such a jerk.
While I'm
sometimes.
here. Do you have any magical books?
I don't think so. If you mean things of arcane study,
Yes.
that's not really my place.
So are you
I'm
just a
old.
fantasy
I'm-
fun adventure book store?
I'm old. I prefer no one blow up my store by reading a passage in a book.
Well,
Believe me, I've seen.
can you
it a
at
few
least
times.
tell me where I might be able to find someone who sells flutes?
Flutes? Yeah. Marnie can sell you some. She's I don't know where she is. She kind of just sets up her stall wherever she wants. You could try find her.
Is she pretty fly?
What?
Marnie McFly.
Marnie McFly?
Thank you
Anyway.
for your patronage. We'll be going now.
Patronage? This is my store.
Farewell.
I don't think he knows exactly.
Alright, so you two going to the general store?
I guess we're following up behind.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, guys! Yeah, you two would catch up before they get there.
Alright.
But you head inside
Okay.
of the general store, and there is a lady running the store, a drow as well. She would seem to be probably in her 200s, not super old for an elf. But she looks like she does pretty well for herself by the way she's dressed. Kind of a nice, clean, modest clothing. and her store is very well stocked, and you see actually there are a lot of people in there getting some different kinds of foods, plants, things of the sort.
Okay. I walk up to the counter.
She goes, "Hello,
Hi.
can I help you?"
Yes, I was actually looking for caltrops, ball bearings, possibly a crowbar.
We got packed, did we not?
Mhm.
Do we know which one we got and what's included? Because I have no idea.
I took a screenshot. Of which one did you pick?
I think we all got the same one.
No.
You should have gotten I think you got the Dungeoneer's pack.
It's based on your class and background.
Wait, isn't there a thief toolkit or something? Or not a
There's a
thief's toolkit,
thieves
but
kit, but that's
Thieves' tools.
yeah.
I wrote that
or a
down.
thieves kit, yeah.
Torch, tinderbox, rope,
A burglar's pack, a
Rations.
dungeon.
Burglar's pack is probably what you got.
Explorer's pack.
hammer,
Ones you
crowbar.
could get.
Yeah, this is Dungeon's back.
Here's the
Backpack. Where is it?
I don't remember. I think I took a picture of it. I hope.
here's the equipment packs. I just don't know which pack you get.
I'm pretty sure he got the burglar's pack.
Your burglar.
Because I'm pretty sure that the rogues get the option between the burglar's pack and the
I
adventurer's pack.
literally just listed them off. Burglar, Dungeoneer, and Explorer. Are those
Okay,
choices.
yeah.
So, what did you choose? Okay.
I wasn't there.
Here's
You were.
here's what they are.
Yeah, you can look at that.
Okay.
Just, yes. I have those.
Yes. A bell. And I would
Okay.
also like some string.
Okay.
No, I was only given
Anything
a choice
else?
between
Oh.
that and
Am I with
the
him?
Explorer.
I got that one.
Well, I'll order it at a different time.
And also some manacles, please.
I'll see if we have those. I'm not sure. I'll see. Like locks.
Just pick.
There you
Oh
go.
no, I don't know which one I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wonderful world. I'm double checking all the prices. All right.
Yeah, a lot
She
of what
comes-
you just asked for is in these.
And the burglar pack.
Comes back out with
What are pythons?
a crowbar, and then 2 bags, which she puts down, as well as with a loud there's a bell, and she goes, I hate it when people ask for bells. So loud. Anyways,
hate that.
that will run you about
And string?
oh, string. And she looks around and goes, yes. Grabs a spool and starts going, how much string do you want?
Let's say about 50 feet.
Make me another spool. She grabs a few other spools of string. He goes, puts them on the table and goes, right, see that. Oh, and you wanted manacles.
Well, how much will this cost me? I don't want you to have to get it
that,
if I can.
That will cost you about, in fact, it's a lot of string. About 8 gold pieces
For all of it?
for all of it. The manacles will cost you a little bit more.
And that's 1 bag of ball bearings and 1 bag of
Yes.
caltrops. Can I get another 2 bags of caltrops if you have them?
I think I do. I would actually like to see if she does. Let's find out. She does. She pulls out 2 more bags of them. Goes, you're getting clean out of caltrops. I'll have to get more. Hate that. They're spiky. Anyways, that will run you, let's see here. As I totally don't double check the rulebook to make sure I'm pricing everything to a correct amount. Yep, I was right. That'll bring you up to 10 gold pieces.
I will take it all.
Alright. So you now have 3 bags of caltrops, a bag of ball bearings, and a crowbar. As well as
Caltrops. The manacles, did she have?
You had said to wait on those.
Yes, so 3 bags, couch
She goes to look. She kind of looks under her and then goes, I am afraid I don't have any manacles. Not exactly an item in big demand, so I don't get them. Yeah.
50 foot of string, right?
Fee string, yes.
A bell.
Crowbar. 3 bags of caltrops, 1 bag of all
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes. Hello.
I'm
Child.
interested. Yes, I'm interested in some ink, an ink pen as well.
How much worth of ink and parchment?
I am looking to start another book.
Stop another book. How?
Also, do you have any empty books? Notebooks of any sort?
Empty. I could just get you one of those. I have an empty notebook that you could write things in if you would like, instead of making one entirely.
Yes, how much would that cost?
Let's see here. She goes off this time. There's like a row of books. Runs her hand along. And then
25 gold pieces is what's in here.
pulls one of them out, flicks through. Ooh, that's fresh. And comes back to you and goes, this will run you, let's see, 26 gold pieces.
26.
Yes,
Very good.
it's very finely made.
Do you have any less finely made ones?
Well, yes, I do. She puts it back and comes over to one. It looks a little more battered and beaten, and you can tell when she opens it, like some pages have been torn out. Presumably, probably been written on, as you can see, like there's a little bit of bleed through on some of the pages, very faint, but you can tell someone had written in the pages that used to be there. She goes, yeah, this one will run you about, it's not very good. I'm surprised I honestly still have it. This will be about 6 gold pieces.
How about? Do you have another one of those in about the same condition?
No, I don't.
That's fair.
Really keep going.
How about this? 3 bottles of ink and 2 ink pens, and I'll pay you 10 gold pieces.
How many bottles of ink was that?
3.
3? Make a persuasion check.
Yikes. 10.
10? Make it 12 gold pieces.
11.
12.
That's not very nice. It usually works. You climb up, I go back down, and we find a middle ground, but that's fine. Fine, 12.
Been running this business for 100 years.
I can see it.
Just keep the hand warm. Keep the rolling hand warm. Just can't let it get cold.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Would anybody else like to do anything?
I'm ready to get back
I'm good.
to our insane life.
Yes. Time
Our insane life.
we return to Ishi. Yes, all of our lives are separately insane. Let's go.
So we are returning to Ishi.
We are.
Something changed.
What changed?
I'm wondering the same thing.
This is the clearest path, it appears.
Very well.
Alright. You make your way towards the steps and through the cave that leads you out of the underdark city of Dishi. out into the sunlight, which you've not seen in a couple of days. You come in, you're like, oh my eyes! It's like I'm at a movie theater! And I don't even know what that is!
We have to adjust ourselves for like 10 freaking minutes.
Yeah, you like spend a moment like, ah! As you
The
come
guards
out
are
into,
laughing
like,
at us.
Not that you can hear, but you come into like the early afternoon sun and begin your walk on the way back to Ishi. The roads are similarly crowded as they were when you left Ishi. And would anyone like to make a perception check as you travel?
I
Yes,
will.
please.
Can I give them advantage?
One person do it with advantage, or two people do it for the whole group.
Which
You
of you
already
two
rolled.
has
I
the
was gonna
best
say we should have decided that.
Yeah, who already rolled? Because I haven't dropped yet.
Pretty sure both of us did.
Yeah.
I'll say your two rolls then. What'd you guys get?
9.
13.
It's a little bit better.
You actually, you would see this. You notice as you're walking along with your elf eyes, because your elf eyes see, it's actually pretty obvious, but no one seems to bother with it. There is a dark cloak laying in the grass off to the side of the path. You recognize it as similar, if not almost identical, to the cloaks that the Darklings were wearing that you fought.
It's in the path.
It's like off to the side, off to the left of the path you are currently on.
So does the side of the path, does it lead into trees? Is it lead into an open
It's
space?
open grassy plains until the giant trees of the forest.
So it's a
of
pretty
Ishi.
wide open area.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go check it out.
Right. You go over to it, and you find. Make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Thornus,
And
is something
you
wrong?
Can get Oscar can give you advantage or roll 7. What'd you get?
7. No, 10. That was
10.
10 now. 10.
Cloak is there, and there appears to be another sword. The same sword you've already seen.
Like the one.
The magic ones, yes.
Yes.
Look, I found the sword. Like the one you. I don't touch it. I just let it.
Okay.
just
I
put
walk
it
over
out.
and pick up the sword.
Alright. Can put you
Hey,
another fountain.
I accidentally dropped the die like right next to you, but I could have it back. Thank you.
I actually didn't know if you were legitimate or not.
No, I actually was.
He was gonna do his stupid
Yep.
thing again. Yeah.
Hey,
I can't see your hand.
No, I usually have that dumb smile on my face when I do that, so
You almost always have that dumb smile on your face.
that's fair enough.
So that's it. That was all.
That's all you said.
Interesting.
Keep the look.
Okay. You can write down you have a Darkling cloak.
I
Which, by
have.
the way, is shorter than you because they're smaller. So it.
I have one of
probably-
those dark elf guard cloaks. So.
Shadow Rat.
Shadow.
The Darklings running around above ground now.
I don't believe there are darklings above ground because of their aversion to light. I think there is someone who is meddling with things and causing problems.
I mean, my sword disappeared.
Is there
It's
anyone
possible it
else on the
popped back
path?
up.
No one else right now that we see.
There are plenty of people passing, lots of elves
Okay.
going about. You're not sure exactly where they're going, but they're definitely walking.
And we don't like the direction that we don't see anything else, or like out further from where the cloak came from.
No, that perception check.
All right, we shall continue on then. If everyone's good.
Very well.
Alright, you make your way to the capital elven city of Ishi, the kind of bent tree archway greeting you as you return to the stone-paved, wood-lined paths of Ishi. Where would you like to go?
I guess we should collect our money, shall we?
That would be lovely.
Yes, please.
Before you spend all the money. should go collect more money.
I still have 25 gold. So.
You weren't included.
I asked him about his own. I said he worked
was.
out the compensation
Yeah.
between. He said, yeah, they worked it out. So
Sweet.
Alright. Make your way to the college. And inside, you see the same receptionist guy sitting there behind the desk and looks at all of you for a moment and then goes, "Oh, you're back. Good to see you all.
Told you it never takes the time you think it will.
Well, I would assume the extra time you spent there was worth your while.
Yes.
Great. I shall inform them then.
Them?
Yes. What's your problem?" Looks down at the left, kind of back at the wrist for a moment, and then goes, "Right, it should be just a moment." Kind of like staring around at all of you awkwardly,
I stare at him.
especially G. Just
Who has a whole bunch of weapons,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of bags. Just
like,
I'm looking around the room, fiddling with things.
okay. It's more like it's like a entry hall waiting area kind of thing.
I start taking 2 ball bearings and just start rolling them in my hand.
Doesn't take more than 5 minutes before the elf once again comes in and goes, "Ah, well, I assume all went well then. You all look well."
some minor hiccups, but nothing we couldn't handle.
Excellent. Wonderful. Shall we see the headmaster and inform him
Yes.
was done and get your payment?
Yes.
Lead the way.
Goes over to the door on the right, inserts a key, and opens to the office of the headmaster with different baubles and a painting on the wall of a landscape and a bookshelf over in the corner. And you see the headmaster sitting there at his desk writing something down.
I'm gonna start looking around the room while they go up and start talking with them.
As he looks up and goes, "Oh, perfect timing indeed. So,
I don't believe we've met. I'm G.
Gee, yes, I was informed of you, the Triton who joined this little adventure.
Your friend is good at arm wrestling.
Which one? Oh, that was you, wasn't it? Yes, of course. I heard about that. Thankfully, you didn't destroy anything. That was. I mean, I trust you, but still. Anyways, do you have the item?
I just look at Oscar.
Headmaster looks at you, seeing this.
Yes, I do.
May you,
Can we meet this Leoris?
I'm afraid, you can't.
And why is that?
Because of his own choice.
Who is he?
Well, he's an elf, if you're wondering that much.
Where is he?
I don't know. I still gotta contact him.
I just go over and put it on the desk, just to shut you up.
You put it on the desk, and Headmaster looks at it, and then looks over at the other elf. The other elf grabs it and puts it in his hand and begins looking at it. And he looks at all of you and goes, "Well." He goes, "Well, care to tell me about anything that happened? How was Dingle, by the way? I haven't seen him in.
Dingle
Wow.
is quite the character. He's a good man.
He's a very good man. Good elf, I should say.
An amazing man, you might say.
He still uses that phrase, does he? All the time.
Some very interesting occurrences. I believe we were to be paid.
Yes, you were, as soon as I receive confirmation here that this is it. And looks down at the other elf is looking at, looks and scans all of you, stopping on Oscar for a moment longer, and then back around. And then turns to the headmaster and goes, This is not it.
Well, that's unfortunate. When do we get paid?
I don't think you understand. This is not the item.
Well, this is what we retrieved from Dingle.
We saw it from the box, and it went from the box.
It never
To
left our
here.
hands, so we would like our money, please.
This is not the item. Well, we cannot pay you.
Well, then you didn't give us the right item to start.
Except the headmaster goes, I know the item was in the box. I know you should have been able to get it.
How do you know what was in the box?
Because I put it in the box.
Then why
I'm
didn't you just get it out yourself?
Because I can't. I didn't design the box.
Well,
Well,
it wasn't my doing.
contact Dingle and ask what happened.
Make a deception check for me.
It's not deception though. That was very legitimate. There is no lie there. I would like to point out,
With advantage, because we're all helping him.
is no lie there.
With advantage.
Won't be bad.
16.
Deception's only 16.
It's a +1. Charisma. I don't have charisma.
Perhaps I shall contact them. Let us find out. Sits back in his chair and goes, Dingle.
There we go.
They have returned with something that is not the item that was in the box. Do you perhaps know about that? Moment. Goes. And during your encounters with the Darklings, it was not who had it during those encounters,
I was holding on to it.
and you had it afterwards.
I gave it back to Oscar.
You. From when until when did you have it?
At the castle until we got here.
And did you speak to anyone in the castle?
We spoke to lots of people.
Anyone with higher position?
We really only talked to the Chamberlain.
The king refused to see us.
Make a persuasion check with advantage to. Actually, I'd just say both of you make persuasion checks.
Darn it.
Thorn.
You
You
That's
haven't said
persuasion
anything. You haven't said anything.
That's not gonna be good. That's a 9.
Persuasion?
Yes.
12.
And why would it go missing?
I've not the slightest idea, but it would be horrible for your reputation to be drawn through the dirt,
Did he get
wouldn't
his
it?
message from Dingle? Did he receive his message from Dingle?
You can assume so.
Okay.
I would say you would have an idea of how that spell works, so.
And he asked me if I had it during our adventure.
He just asked who had it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about these things, but can magic things make other magic things disappear? If-
Yes, but to replace it is a lot harder. Indeed.
Unfortunately, that's not our concern. Our concern was to go.
Oh, it should be your concern. If you want your payment, which I'm sure is your concern.
No, because you said that our job was to go,
And
have
get-
this man open this box, and return
Actually,
whatever
I
was
never
in the
told
box
you
to
to
you.
open the box. if you
What's
You said to give it to the man. That was
To give it
actually
to
all
him.
of our job. So
And I
in
told
fact,
you
we
to-
never had to return.
Correction. I told you to come back with an item. A specific item. I didn't tell you what it was, but it was still a specific item. This is not that.
Well, this is
All
what
right.
he gave us. So unfortunately, you have to pay us.
What
Wrong.
is the solution here then?
Solution is you go back and you find it.
If we go back, we're not returning
Or in
with
fact, I will go and find it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
As it would seem, you are trustworthy to some degree, and quite rude to the one who agreed to have you, and yet you still blow up his school.
it. Oh, right, when you're supposed to be researching my background, and you've done nothing to progress that. So thank you very much for all of your help.
You know nothing of the work we do.
I say we leave now.
Now, you are to leave, and you are to
I walk
pack
out.
all of your things. All of them.
Good, I learned nothing here. Bye.
So services will no longer be required then.
No, I don't think so.
Very well.
Can I arm wrestle for the gold?
Yeah, they're all flaps.
Who
No.
was in the room?
Nothing too specific. There was one who all is in there. The one elf you don't know the name of, and the headmaster. And then, of course, you four.
Don't recognize either of them besides Headmaster, of course.
The one I would say interesting thing is on the desk. There's a ball of sorts, and inside it's kind of like floating energy of some kind.
Mr. Headmaster, I think that it would be a good idea for you to talk to the king of Dishu. Maybe he has an idea of what's going on. Just because he wouldn't see us, but maybe he has some thing going on.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you were being rude.
He was being rude. He wasn't giving us our money.
Because you did not retrieve the item.
We did the job he requested us to.
Oh.
Six.
It just says. Doesn't really say anything.
See, and this is what's wrong with politics. People of higher power refuse to talk to each other. I don't get it. That's why I left. And I just walk away.
Well, this was a wash. Anything else, Oscar?
I'm just gonna stand there staring at him.
Okay.
I'm not leaving.
Just stares back. Slight smile back in his face.
So what's your name then? Talking to the elf behind.
Goes. I'm just Albert.
You seem a man that likes knowledge.
You left.
Oh, yeah, I did leave. Well, I walk out.
You said
Look
you
around.
walked. You said you walked out.
Yeah, no, I walk out and I look around and I'm like, why aren't they coming?
Oscar, let's go.
Okay. I'll be back.
The elf with who has not given you a name walks you out of the room, and then leans into your ear. Goes. It was quite unusual in the city. What consequences it will have, I'm not sure. But as is my purse as well. Your secret is safe with me. Interesting.
So does he walk up with all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like information?
I mean, it is. Information's always interesting.
Yeah,
I am a scholar of sorts.
yeah. I kind of like to screw over my own people a little bit. Did you know that my people attacked the Dragonborn?
What attack?
Well, we went through the water and we decided they just kept on doing stuff to us, so we went up, attacked, and I
When?
left. How long has it been?
I would say by this point it has been about almost 3 weeks
Probably bad reason.
since you and the rest of the Tritons attacked the remaining Dragonborn on the islands in the south.
Can I have some gold for information?
No, that's not how this works.
Okay,
I'm
bye.
See the face kind of like very gray, like this is not.
And I just look at him and go, if you do need our services again and actually want to pay us this time, I think that'll be hard for a man like you to find us.
Oh, it would not be hard. But this news about dragons to the south is. How long till all of you can be ready?
Ready for what?
I'm gone. I'm in my room, and if I've not collected all my things, then if I have collected my things, I'm already
You're
out
probably
of the building.
still walking to your room at this
In
point.
fact, if I can, I would like to set the freaking room on fire.
Ready for
We'll
what
get to that.
exactly?
Oh. Need to see this firsthand. You want to go map the south?
Map the south.
I would say this time I'll be going along with you.
Map it with blood. Just kidding.
Interesting.
I turn around and they're still standing there talking to him. I'm like,
Looking at you, and I tell you that whoever this is can't be trusted, but I'm not worried about him coming along.
Why do we need to go south?
Well,
We need more information for what is going on before decisions are made. And you can make that choice to trust us or not.
Also,
And quite
if this
honestly,
is a job we're
before
doing,
I do anything, I need to get paid for the last job.
also if this is a job we're doing on behalf of the academy,
oh, this would be for me
I noticed that they're still talking, so I went back
too.
to them.
Okay.
I walked away for a second, and then
Sure.
like hoping that he would say something. I noticed he didn't, and they're still talking to him, so I walked back. All right, what's being discussed
so
now?
what is the mission of this endeavor?
Learning. And
Recon.
somewhat recon. And if what
Recon on what? What do you want to know?
what the fish says is true, or the Triton, I'm sorry, excuse me.
He's a fish.
What do you want to know?
If what he says is true, we must go to the city of Zatka. Check on some things.
What
And
what information do you need?
not to be any connect to his question.
To know if what you're saying is true firsthand.
And it's been 3 weeks.
Yes.
Not to be completely vain. Not like we don't care about wars or people that might get hurt. Do we care? I don't know. But what is in it for us?
I will pay what you were promised for the item.
Oh, well. We're gonna
Do you
need,
want to check that? You're really acting like you want to.
we're gonna need to be paid in advance this time if that's the case.
Make a persuasion check.
Do the insight, go to the persuasion.
16.
Ooh.
No, wait. Where's persuasion? No, I lied. That's a 13.
21.
You know he is telling the truth.
Finally.
What's wrong with my people
As-
attacking the Dragonborn?
At least
They disrespected them.
a portion of it.
Fish.
I left for a reason.
It's for paying you beforehand. Best we just wait just in case.
Just in
Could be
case.
dangerous.
For what?
So if you die, then we don't get anything.
No, then you can take it from my body. I
So
wouldn't
have it on
pass
you.
Yes.
He's not gonna have it on him for long. Now we turn around. I'm sorry, Oscar.
And by this point, you would probably come back down with all your things from your room.
Do I not get anything?
I want to have a
this
conversation.
information without me.
You're going to get something. You're coming along.
I want to have a
Unless you don't
conversation
want
with Merca first.
If you can find her, make a...
I set the room on fire to find her.
You try to set the room on fire? What spell are you using?
Firebolt. It's not gonna spread.
It goes...
Okay, then I walk the halls to find her.
Make a... investigation check.
Investigation.
Yes.
I nat one, so never mind. Just
You have no clue where she is.
I am a bit curious and say now, Oscar, aren't you? This whole retrieving the false item and fish attacking. I kind of want to see for myself what's going on.
I think that it would be in our best interests. I know that my profession needs up-to-date information.
Bring water. There's a desert.
Do you need water?
I'm stating that everyone needs water. I assume your people
Yes.
need water.
Do you need more?
Oh, okay.
You're wet at all times. Is he wet right now? Is he a bit like? Does he look wet?
Sheen.
Fishy? Sheen? Does he always look wet?
Does he smell like fish?
Yeah, that's
Yes, he does smell like fish.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's not like dead fish. It's more just like
okay, that was a
Like
like
question.
that
fish.
ocean smell.
In love with that. We'll bring plenty of water.
Desert's very dry, and it's a long trek through sand.
I walk the halls yelling
It's
Merca.
been quite some time since.
You find after about like 10 minutes of going around yelling Merca, you find that you make a turn, you make another turn, you make another turn, and you find yourself back in the lobby area. Because as you know, depending on what you're doing, the school itself seems to kind of be like, yeah, you're going this way.
I continue to yell Merca.
The Afflex Union goes, would you please? She is probably busy.
I keep yelling Merca.
It's been quite some time since I left Ishi for an extended period. How long will we be away?
Well, it's quite a long bit of traveling from here. No, in all fairness, oh no, he can't do that. I'm thinking of another character that can do that. From here, it is going to be, I would say, with us and our, well, you're all not too experienced in the desert, at least a week of travel
To get there.
to get there. Getting back can be a bit faster.
And what I know of the land that he's talking about is that where the Dragonborn were?
Yeah.
While we're down there, I might ask, the shark people.
Tiber.
I might ask the Tiber if,
You
with
would
the
know,
news.
however, the Tiber are more on the western coast.
Yes. But I'm sure that they would doing trade with...
Yeah, you
Because
would.
I don't want to talk to the Triton.
Sure.
I would rather talk to somebody that's probably talked to them and heard
Wait,
information.
so there are shark people. Are there shark people in this one?
Make an intelligence check. See if you know about them.
Of course, now I
Oh,
know.
that's right. Yeah,
I know all about this shark.
You know,
Yeah, it's just like
you
his
know
favorite
of the
topic.
Tiber. They live over in the Hollow Islands on the western coast of Habanshall. You know their entire culture. You know that they kind of tend to be traders, as they can go underwater, so storms and stuff don't affect them.
He keeps up with Shark Week every year.
Yeah.
But similar to the Tritons, They don't come to land too often, but they are more well known than Tritons, as the Tritons stay completely below the Tiber, hang out on the islands, the Hollow Islands.
So, just so I'm clear, we're traveling south, going to the ocean, and then to an island?
Yes. It's not that far from the shore, actually. You can see it from the shore.
Like
Unless
I
it's
swam
moved.
from the island to the desert.
I can't swim.
And just general world knowledge is that's where the Dragonborn lives?
That is where the Dragonborn
Remaining.
went after the war. They kind of were isolated to these southern islands.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
It was actually quite a slaughter.
Well,
Blood everywhere.
actually, you know what? No,
Good
I
times.
So, when would you want to leave?
As soon as possible. Today even.
Ready to go?
Everybody ready to go?
I'm literally in the lobby.
You, Lucius. Do you want to get paid or not?
Who's saying this?
The elf,
Which
not
one?
the headmaster, the one you still don't know the name of.
No, I definitely don't want to be paid for the job that I did and wasn't paid for.
Once again, you did get the wrong item, but if you would care to come, I will pay you what you owe for that.
I'd say it.
What about that and more, because we did both quests?
Well, you technically failed the first one, but anyways, not important.
$150 per person.
That was the arrangement beforehand. If you
$200 per person.
No. And I'm not giving you a persuasion roll on this because you've already been a jerk to
175.
them. Yes.
You've been a jerk
I
to us,
think-
dude.
You don't know
Lucius,
what they do.
where else will you go?
Away from here,
Which is where?
I could go to find my old master.
Why did you leave in the first place?
Because other things were more important at the time, but obviously they haven't been helping with these things for quite a while.
The Tritons, my people, have books.
Is this venture
You might want to go.
related at all to the item we would fail to retrieve?
Might.
No.
No.
That, I believe, is out of your hands, especially for now.
How do I know that you're not going to contact the headmaster
About what?
about our quest?
It's for me to know. And that's about all you need to know.
Well, it isn't, because if you want me to help you on this quest, I need to know.
I think you'll help. Shall we get going then?
Would I have traveled down that way before?
I would say most likely not.
Okay.
Not a lot of people like to travel through the desert if they can help it.
Okay.
There's very few people that go to the city of Zadga, and there aren't really other towns down there.
And I have been there, correct?
You have been there.
I just need to go to my home to grab some fresh parchment so I can map as we go.
Very well. In that case, meet at the city gates in 20 minutes.
Lucius, and as we're walking out, after we leave him, I said, Lucius, it's up to you what you choose to do next, but I would enjoy your company.
I'm just not too fond of working with the people who've backstabbed me multiple times.
I understand, but I've met people who do far worse things to you for failing a mission.
Very well.
If it helps, I might get stabbed if I go back.
If it is with you and your brother and this fish.
Are we out now, or he's not with us anymore with the elf?
Yeah, he went off to go and get whatever he wanted to
Then
get.
let's prepare and meet back here shortly. And as Oscar and I walk back,
Mhm.
our house, what's up?
Before we leave, do you have any extra parchment that you don't necessarily need?
I imagine I have quite a bit
Yeah.
in mind. Sure, if you'd like to come along.
Well, I'll be at the gate.
Okay.
Sharpening my weapons.
So as we walk along,
I will say the guards kind of watch you. You're like sitting there by the gate, just sharpening your weapons, kind of watching you. Like, Okay. Do we need to be concerned about this kind of attitude about them?
As I notice them staring at me, wouldn't you want a sharp weapon before you go out and adventure?
A few of them kind of like younger ones kind of like shake their head. Some of the older looking ones just kind of continue to watch you with concern. Like, I don't know about this guy. And by the way, since you've never really seen any of them, the guards in the normal cities have the symbol of the empire, which is a hand holding an eyeball. But in the center of the eyeball is the city sigil of Ishi, which is two kind of curved lines going across each other. Right. Anything happening with you three as you head to?
Well, I just give Oscar a sideways glance and just keep walking.
Okay.
As I'm walking, I'll look over to Oscar and say, you know, after experiencing both, I think I prefer your people. If they're gonna backstab you, at least you'll know about it.
Definitely not.
Perhaps one day we'll show excited. Hopefully, no time too soon. I like the light.
I'm impartial. Very neutral,
Lawful neutral.
Alright. You would see it first because he would arrive before they do, but the elf comes carrying, or not carrying, that would be pretty hilarious, but he comes with a cart and a few horses attached to it. It's a pretty big cart, looks like it will carry the entire party. And he looks at you and goes, you ever travel by cart, Fishman? I don't know why his voice changed all of a sudden.
So,
This is
actually,
travel.
DM question. DM question. So, part of my background as a soldier, I gained proficiency with a land vehicle.
Discount?
I chose a horse and carriage.
Your horses and carriages are more like giant fish and stuff, but it is the same general idea.
State land vehicle.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say for the purposes of that, because water vehicles are totally a thing, it's similar enough.
I can actually drive it if you'd like.
It would be splendid.
The only,
I'd quite like to see a fish drive a carriage.
the only difference is you can't go up and down.
That is very, very
I mean,
true.
it depends on how fast you're running on a hill, but
Right, and the rest of you arrive seeing the cart and preparing and place all your things in the cart. Anything, last moment things before you set out on your journey. I'm just making sure.
We're not gonna be here.
do we have any extra water skins and
Water
stuff?
skins, yeah. Does he provide food?
Yes, he actually.
On the carriage, can we get like a barrel of water?
It is a barrel, but he assures you you're going to have plenty of food and water.
And so as we start to head out, I just want to ask G, you know, what kind of dangers should we expect to find, if any, in the desert?
I saw dead worm creatures.
You saw what looked like giant fish bones.
Yeah, giant fish bones. Nothing really attacked us, but
No, you had a pretty peaceful journey through the desert.
there was some weird things like big fish bones, which I don't know. I think we're old for that. They found out what they were.
Let's hope for the same.
And you didn't realize.
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
Oh boy, indeed.
Hey,
you
by
guys
the
are going
way-
to the desert.
By the way, I want to write a note for Mirka
Okay.
and leave it for her in my room.
Okay. Do you want to send me what it says just at some point?
Yeah, I'll send it to you later.
So I can keep track of that. Cool. You all head out, making your way southward from.
It's a love confession letter. No.
I would
I've
not
done
be.
those. They don't work.
I would not be surprised if you do that.
No real actually. It didn't work.
Hey, that's what's funny. Maybe if you roll.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Change my notes a bit here. By the way, who wants to make perception checks for the first
Not me.
day
Yeah,
of the
who?
journey?
What's the
I'm
And
driving,
all do it?
so.
Two people can do it.
So I'm doing two
Or
things.
one can do it with advantage.
I'm doing
have
two things.
pretty high perception
What is it? 3 or 4?
I have cast
5.
minor illusion
because I'm proficient.
in the form of a cat that is
Perception.
sitting on my
Am
lap.
I supposed to be adding my
And
perception?
I-
When I made my thing on D&D Beyond, it gave me
It's-
that. So
If you're proficient, it is. You get a +3 to perception.
But not the proficiency.
It's included with that because it's your wisdom,
Wisdom.
plus your,
plus your proficiency.
which is +3 total.
You have +5?
Well, my proficiency is 2. My wisdom is 3.
Yeah.
So I have a +5.
Lord.
I think he has 6. Don't you have 6?
For what?
Perception, or is that persuasion?
Persuasion.
Oh.
You do it. You get advantage.
So
I'm driving, so I
I've-
don't know.
And I'm having a check, just for the heck of it.
But
Just for the heck of it.
with proficiency?
With proficiency.
Just because I don't.
19.
19. Alright. And I'm having. The natural one?
That's a 2.
Oh.
Plus
You kind of at first.
3, so
At
5.
first, you're like, this is really, really weird. These horses don't respond the same. But you kind of get into a groove of it after a little while. I was not. It was mainly for just poops and giggles, as it were. 19. As you were traveling along through the day and into the evening,
That would have been better, but that's fine.
you see the grassy plains and the trees, and over in the distance you can see the hill where Dishi is. But you see on the side of the road another cloak.
Boy.
Same kind of cloak again.
Gee, can you stop for a moment?
Sure. I figure out how to stop this horse.
You're like,
Sure.
you're like a few.
you start making them.
You're like a
please.
little bit away from where he told you to stop.
Oscar, you see that?
Do you see that? I'll go investigate.
Roll an investigation check.
It would seem that somebody is placing them in our path.
13.
13. Once again, nothing special. Another sword.
Can I?
Put
Can
the
I-
sword in the wagon
Mhm.
and take the
Take the cloak. Okay.
Nothing else around? Are we in the desert now? Or are we
Nope.
still... Okay.
You're still grassy plains. It's gonna be a couple of days before you get to the desert.
Can I
Sure.
get
What
one of
does-
those cloaks?
What does Elf Boy think of this?
How tall are you?
I am
Elf boy.
6 foot.
No.
Why not?
They're what, like a 4-foot person? Yeah. No.
Oh, come on, Oscar. He really wants it.
It's like a half cloak.
You know
It's
what?
cute.
Fine.
I try and put the cloak on.
You go. It tears. Like the hood. Like the. It's got like a weird clasp that doesn't come undone for the hood, and you like tear that. And the arm part you like put there and you can't get it through. So.
Oh no. Oh, okay. We're not driving right now. We're good.
I drape it over my shoulders.
It's like really small on his shoulder.
Tie the armholes.
Well, if there's nothing else around...
I give him a thumbs up.
We can continue on, I suppose.
He goes, is that Dark Lane cloak?
Yeah,
Out here?
not anymore. It's a Triton cloak now.
It seems as if somebody is placing them in our path
I guess that's true.
purposely.
Yes, we found one on the way from Dishi to Ishi.
Interesting.
Can you tell anything from the... Can I have him inspect the blade?
Sure, he will inspect the blade. He picks up the blade, looks at it, and then goes, don't think you want this, and throws it back over the side of the cart.
I take some of the cloak and cover up the other blade.
You're trying to do it stealthily?
Sure, while he's
Sleight
looking
of
away.
hand check.
I don't want my
How
sword
fast
to
are
go
we
away.
moving? How fast are we
At
moving?
the moment, you're still stopped.
I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna put it back in the wagon.
Okay. Are you trying to be...
No. Oh no. I'm staring at him the whole time.
Don't we want this?
15.
Cough your
Let me check his passive perception. Because I don't actually remember
Tris.
what it is.
Cough your tea.
T.
I need to go invest in some more tea leaves.
Says, what are you trying to cover there?
My weapons get cold.
Make a deception check.
Nope.
That is a very, very blatant lie.
Why?
He goes,
8.
uh-huh. Oh.
Why is it that we don't want these lights?
These are some kind of dark magic. I've worked with magic for a long time. And you having that is probably not good. Not good at all.
Why me?
Well, I don't think anyone should really have it. Especially coming from a darkling.
Insight.
Go for it. Ooh.
I am listening very carefully just due to this thing
22.
being on me.
Let me tell you what he thinks of that.
I will say, I think insight and investigation are my best.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be here in...
Although insight's not as good as I like it.
There you go. I have sent you your insight and
Thank you so much for that.
Right.
So apparent. Yes. I got that much. I thought there was something more there.
Take a look. You don't know?
I did read it already.
I literally just sent it to you. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he looked over and looked at his phone, I think.
It takes me like 0.5
Okay.
seconds.
Nice.
It's just that's simple. But okay, cool.
So,
That's, yeah.
dark energy,
That's what you're looking for.
dark magic. Do we want that with us, Oscar?
Around us, yes. On our person, maybe not. Gee,
Why?
you do what you want, but
The only thing I'm worried about is that they know who we are now from encounters and
my
perhaps
thoughts would be bargaining chip or
bargaining chip.
something similar.
Not when they can take it back whenever they want.
I don't want it to disappear again, so I'll keep it on me. Or if it does disappear,
Is
make
it a
a
sword or a
check.
dagger?
Sword. He goes, disappear?
I had another
By the way,
one.
at this point, he has grabbed the reins and has started the cart moving again. Because he knows time is of the essence.
I had another one besides the one that you guys put back there. And it disappeared off my person at the same time that I took some, like, it hurt.
You should probably get rid of that. I'm not going to stop you. You all don't seem to like me. But you can take my advice.
Until you give us a reason to like.
I don't really care
But-
either way.
By the way, before whenever we arm wrestled, you just said you were of the academy. Can I get a name for you?
Do
Like, we're
respect
gonna
and
be traveling
professional
together.
opinion,
Simply call me
and I'm not
Archon.
worried so much about
Archon?
harming us as I am
Archon,
tracking, perhaps.
as in Arcana.
I think that's
No,
interesting.
like in,
However, knowing that he's got a
uh,
dagger on him to track
the-
things anyway.
high Archon of
Hmm,
the academy.
perhaps.
If that's
Isn't
the
that-
case.
Alright.
So I'm to call you a title,
If no one's going to use it,
Yes.
G can
Yes,
keep
you
it
want.
if he really wants it. But,
but I'm obviously no longer part
I
of
don't
the
see a
college.
point in keeping it around.
Doesn't matter. It's still my title. Others that are not a part of the college still refer to me as that.
Based on talking to him, like,
Yes.
dump it out the back.
You jumped out of the back, alright.
I cast minor illusion to create a small wolf pup. A white wolf pup.
It was a cat, now it's a wolf.
A white wolf pup.
Where?
Just my lap.
I-
And then I play my flute.
So,
I won't say that I'm the most intelligent man. So,
you will say?
Considering you're a fish, not a man, then sure.
I like to smash things. I have plenty of weapons. I saw you dump it out.
Do you want it?
Do you think that we should keep it?
I don't think you should. From
I
the
think
front
it's
of
a
the
bad
cart.
idea, and you already have plenty of weapons.
G, will you...
Speaking of which, as it starts to get dark,
That's what I thought.
G, you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and you feel the sword disappear.
Thought it was a
No,
dagger.
mine was a sword. The dagger that you guys still have with the book. Did you hand it back to me?
I have it.
That's what I thought.
Okay, I forgot about that.
So you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Well, I guess the decision was made for him.
I looked down. It's gone again,
Did it
and that hurt.
I warned you it was not good to have tried.
So, Mr.
At least we know now, and
You know again, because it's already happened once.
well, I have question.
He said he was intelligent.
What is your question?
You say they don't like light, so they won't travel on land, but it gets dark. So won't they travel, and maybe they disappear when light hits?
Have you ever noticed at night how there is still light coming from the sky?
The moon?
That's a good observation.
But the moon's not light. The moon's not sun. The moon is a jerk.
A reflection of the sun.
You keep referring to the moon as if he is it. See, what have you done to me? As if it were a person.
Yes.
Okay.
Just realized not all of my spells saved for this character's character sheet.
He comes to visit my town.
Right.
They kind of worship him and do what he says. I don't like him, so I left.
They, not you.
No, not me.
Why not?
Because he's arrogant and he likes for them to study, and I do not like to study. I like to smash things.
Okay.
That's a fair enough argument for me.
That's why I left. I do not like to follow things that I do not believe in.
I can agree with that. So, Mr. Helper, what sort of magic do you specialize in?
Well, I specialize in the kind that keeps you safe. Put simply.
Also, they like killing kids. I don't like killing kids.
Well, that's good. We're on the same page when it comes to that.
What?
You know, it's funny.
That's fair.
I know it's funny. Still. Alright. Now, as the first night approaches and the wagons pulled off onto the side, onto the grass to make camp for the night, there will be a total of 3 watches. Who would like the first watch?
1 second. As we stop, do we find somewhere that has like a little bit of trees?
No, it's pretty open.
What's around?
Grass. These are wide open plains.
What's your perception, by the way?
Mine
Besides, like-
is a +3.
Besides like those few trees you would see here and there, it's pretty open in this area.
Whatever his name is.
I call him Mr. Helper.
He told you all to call him just Archon.
Archon.
Archon, I suppose I should.
I think you 3 would be best.
4 hours.
Or
I
definitely
can
taking a
also
watch.
take a walk.
I would like to stick my 3 of my javelins
Mm-hmm.
around the area that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Tie the string around the area and put the bell on the string.
Okay. Which line of the string?
Let's put it.
Yours is a triangle like this. Bang, bang, bang.
Are you putting it at like foot level or?
Well,
Well,
it's
say for the purposes of this is the guy you were chatting with.
okay. Yeah, so like it would be like here, here, and here. No,
You could put your trident as one as well.
I don't have a trident.
Oh, I thought you got one.
No, I didn't get a trident. I got a warhammer. So yeah, I do string here, string here, string here. I would put it at probably this point right here.
Okay.
And then on this side, I would like to do one of my bags of caltrops, and on this side, I will do my other bag of caltrops.
All right. Good. Yeah, that should work. Alright.
I'll take the first watch, followed by Oscar, and perhaps you, Mr. Helper, Mr. Hofcom.
Sounds good.
I will state, everyone watch out for the caltrops.
It's a good idea, G.
Isn't
They
this
hurt.
in sand?
Grass.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it's a desert, yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna be at the desert for a little while. All right.
Anything here? Any after watch?
We'll end after the watch.
Don't when you want to leave.
So we'll. Gotcha. Yeah. Anyways, so who's taking first watch? Right, Thorn, if you would like to roll perception
I
check.
suppose that will be a 12.
12. Woo! Woo! There's an owl overhead cooing at one point. And that seems pretty quiet. Pretty quiet indeed.
Are we still, so like, I'm watching Joey or Oscar's meditating. Is he still alert while doing that, or is he like in a deep
It's a
trance?
trance.
Okay.
So, while I see everyone sleeping and while he seems a little bit distracted, I kind of want to pull out the shard of mirror.
Okay.
And be like, hey, it seems like we are heading back over to, well, home. Is there anything I need to be concerned about, or no?
Can I hear him?
Yeah.
Talking
You
to him?
may hear him.
I don't react.
I don't think so.
Should I avoid my people?
Well, you did abandon them in the conflict.
That's true.
Don't think you'll take lightly to that.
That's true. Do you know if the moon still visits them?
Yes.
Understood.
Not much has changed in that regard.
They don't change much.
No, they don't.
One
This
day
is
they
true.
shall all die. And I'll put the mirror away and go to sleep.
Thorn's eyes are just kind of wide, but doesn't react, doesn't move.
Alright, second watch. Oscar, I suppose. 15. At one point, you hear a slight from
Caltrops this side,
over here.
I can investigate.
Okay. You make your way through, make sure to carefully step around the couch top, and you see a little bit of mist on the ground in one spot.
Interesting.
Just one spot.
Joey's not gonna wake us up.
What's your armor class?
13.
13. You take 4 points of piercing damage as an arrow hits you right in the left shoulder.
I will state one thing with a caltrop, which I read about right before I, got all this.
Mm-hmm.
If they step on one, their movement is dropped by 10 until they heal that point of damage.
Yep.
And they take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take an arrow in your left shoulder
I
from the
used to be an
darkness.
adventure like you. Then I took an arrow in the shoulder.
But after that arrow,
Nothing.
Man, I really don't like you. I'm fine with that.
actually going to wake Thorn and tell him to sit in the camp, and I'm gonna go.
You come back to camp. Thorn is gone.
I'm gone, yo.
You are gone.
This is bad.
I rolled really high on the thing I need to roll.
Okay, then I am going to wake the rest of them up. Tell them that I got shot. Thorn's gone.
You still have the arrow on your shoulder, by the way.
I know.
He
What kind of
rolled
arrow
past
is it?
that. All of the. Alright.
What kind of arrow is it?
You want to pull it out?
Am I
No.
awake now that they have me, apparently? Can I do...
We'll get to that in a
anything?
moment.
Okay.
The fletching is what I'm looking at, obviously, because it's in my shoulder. It's right here.
Yeah. The fletching looks like it's not made of feathers, but some kind of weird chitin.
So,
Like, actually, it kind of looks like spider legs. Bunch of spider legs coming out of it.
so as he wakes me up, I actually just wake up and I immediately just grab my my great sword, and I'm just like, where are they?
Where's who?
You woke us up. I assumed that we were being attacked.
Doesn't look like it.
What happened to your shoulder?
I got shot.
I'm assuming we didn't get a long rest in.
Do you need
Not yet.
help with that?
Not yet.
What's happening right now? What are we doing? What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
What
You're
are you
gone.
I woke them up. What am I supposed to do?
So you woke us
Did-
up.
Did you tell us
I
that
told
Thorn?
you. I did.
Okay,
I
yeah.
just weren't
Oh,
paying
you,
attention.
okay, you told us where that Thorn is gone.
Yes.
Well, in which direction did they go?
He was gone when I came back after I got shot.
I would like to
Where'd
make
you get
a
shot from?
survival check
Mhm.
to see if I can see any tracks, anything of where he may have went.
Go for it.
That will be a 5.
You've got no idea.
Can I
So-
try?
I tell them where I heard the noise, where I got shot, where obviously everything happened,
flip.
and then came back and he was gone.
Can I try to
So you told us all that
investigate?
happened. So which way did the caltrop get tripped? Because they probably went back in the direction that they came in at.
I show you where I heard the noise,
Mm-hmm.
where I got shot at.
Can I identify what arrow that it is?
Make a intelligence check.
18 plus 2, 20.
I would say, based on what the arrow looks like and the materials, you guess it definitely came from Dishi, whatever made this.
Who'd you anger this time?
So far, just you.
Someone in Dishi is out to hurt you and
It's
apparently
fine. They're
take
just
your
slitting
brother.
my throat right now. It's cool. Just chill.
I mean, I
Just
rolled
hang
a
out.
survival.
I tried to roll for survival.
Should we try and
the
go
one
that direction?
the one that is simply Tyler Akron goes, "Give me a few moments," and he sits down and begins drawing symbols in the grassy earth. And
Okay,
can
person.
you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
I can do that. That should be
10.
10. You're actually going to like this because this is actually a good thing you did not succeed at it. You watch as he sits there, closes his eyes. You find yourself in darkness, but you can see shapes moving around you.
Mm-hmm.
And you look around, and you seem to be fairly far from the fire, and you find yourself thinking, how in the world did I get all the way over here without being woken up?
Wait, am I awake now?
You are awake now. But you kind of see one of the figures standing over you. Kind of has a little bit of a magical sense about their hands that it looks like they had just stopped casting something on you. And you find you are surrounded, and you give it a look. Make a perception check.
God, dude. I can't roll anything but 7's 12.
They are dark figures, and you have a feeling you know what these beings are.
And I'm surrounded.
You are surrounded.
I can't see anything else.
Not really.
Okay.
You do see the fire.
You do see the fire.
Oh, like where we came from.
Yes. Because it's like embers at this point, being later in the night, but you can still make it out.
Is it my turn? Can I take an action? Can I do something?
You can try to do something.
Alright, I'm gonna shout at the top of my lungs, over here!
You gotta shout.
Yep. Silence.
Nothing.
Alright, I
is
get
coming out.
up, and I'm just gonna book it.
Alright. Make a dexterity check for me.
Just add my dex modifier. 17.
17. You feel a bunch of hands grab out at you and pull you, and they're starting to pull you back, but you, like, roundhouse kick around. You're not really sure if you hit anything. You can't really tell, and you run a little bit further, and then after running for a few minutes, you feel, over here! Just, like, spill out of your mouth. And the rest of you hear this coming from what would be over in this
So I
direction.
turn to the direction that I heard it, and I try to reach out telepathically to him, and I ask him where he's at.
What's the range on your telepathy?
That makes no sense.
Why did that make any sense?
Let me see.
The voice I heard was over here.
Yeah, they could have been all around. And when you came back, I was gone, so they didn't come bring me that way.
It has to be. Never mind. It has to be a creature I see within 30 feet.
You definitely don't see him.
Okay.
Heard. I suppose it would be perception to hear where the sound came from.
Yes.
That's what I'm curious about.
No, I'd say it's easy enough. Just
Cool.
for the
Okay,
moment.
I run in that direction, full speed, double dash.
All right. As you do that, one named Archon. Wait, that's not it. Disappears. In a moment, and you would see a.
Me? Or-
Yeah, you would be able to see this. Well, actually, you hear it first. You hear.
Nice. Love that
And
sound.
you hear something like opening, and you can see a light, red, burning light. As I'm just gonna use this for reference. It's not what it looks like,
Man.
but it's
Another one.
and it this thing with horns coming out of its head and a big tail, big arms, steps out of a portal, kind of stands up, and then just looks around.
Am I able to double dash?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would make it here.
Okay, this guy is like more out there,
Alright,
but just for
back over this way?
yeah, just for reference,
Well,
big
wait,
thing.
well.
just for big thing. It's a big thing.
There.
I also would run as soon as I knew.
You said Archon disappeared?
Yep.
I'll jog over there, I
You suppose?
You know, it's just
Not
your
like
brother. You know.
suppose.
Sure.
I do not know that
And
he's
then
over there.
Soren's over there somewhere. Like on the other side of this thing.
We'd probably be running half of whatever he's
Make
running.
a general intelligence check for me, Thorin. See if you know what this thing is.
Oh, that's not gonna be very good. That's gonna be an 8.
An 8.
Uh-oh.
You know, this is probably a demon of some kind.
Ooh.
This is bad. This is
Oh,
very,
Wait,
very
where's my
bad.
character?
I
Good.
don't know.
But as you all are running over, and you would see
Did I pick
About
up and put it
here.
in my thing?
about here is Archon, and you probably notice this close. You see him with his hand raised at this
Here you are.
hulking
Awesome.
beast, and as kind of turns and looks at you, Thorn, it leaps up and over you, and just as what's your armor class again?
17.
17. Just as you take 2 points of piercing damage as something stabs you in the back. This hulking demon, you hear.
Wait, to me?
No, not to you. To
Behind
hear
you.
behind you.
Wait, what? Something stabbed me in the back?
Something stabbed you in the back, and you hear.
So this is now
And
over
you
here.
turn around, and the hand.
It
of
stabbed
this
you, but
demon-
he
yeah.
smashed it.
He jabbed me?
Afterwards.
No, something behind you stabbed you.
Oh, stabbed me. Okay,
And
okay.
this thing smushed
Oh.
whatever it was. And then as everyone kind of catches up,
So, Archon, should I not punch this thing?
don't punch it. That would not be good.
Okay.
He would be very angry. It's taken me a long time to get this to work out.
Wait, so
Many
now
years.
we're with him?
Yeah, you would all. catch
Okay.
up at this point.
So at this point, I'm gonna like shove him behind us because he's injured.
Yes,
And as
sir.
Archon looks at all of you and goes, "Who's staying with the cart?"
I
Run back.
You run back. You hear. And the cart is gone. Away in the distance. You are left out here. The attacker
Can I see
seemingly. Roll perception check with disadvantage because it's dark out still.
It's a 17 and a 16. So that would be a natural 20 and a 19.
You can definitely get a sense of where it is. But it is. Wouldn't be able to catch up to it. Just
How far away is it?
easily 200 plus feet away.
Oscar.
I was hoping 120 and I could just do the javelin disadvantage throw.
No, that would be pretty cool.
Kill the horse and we have a card now.
Archon goes.
So week journey turning into.
Wait, hold on. Before this, aren't there more creatures?
As far as you can tell, they've all bolted.
Oh, freak. Okay.
Hey guys, I think we got ambushed.
You don't say. Well, there goes most of our rations.
I can make.
I keep
wasn't worried about that.
I keep everything on myself.
I would have a request though. Some money, I'll get the arrow out of my shoulder.
Sure, I walk up and I pull it out.
It hurts a lot as he pulls it. It's like ah!
I bring you.
And then I'd
I-
like to make a medicine check to try and patch up his shoulder.
No.
Sure.
Sure.
That's 15.
15. You patch it up well enough.
I was gonna.
No damage healed, but
Okay, that's better than what I was gonna do. I was gonna say I shove some cloth in it, bring you to the fire, take a piece of coal out, and
I'm an
sear it
ex-soldier. I should know how to help out somebody.
jeez Louise, guys. Archon
So
goes,
back
well,
to bed then.
That's what I was thinking.
So I will take the final watch. Of course, this time a giant hulking demon is circling the campsite. You actually hear as you're going to sleep, it steps on a couch up and goes "Mah!" and
I'm
Archon
trying to
just goes,
sleep here.
So, with your cart stolen
Nice.
and people hurt somewhat, that is where we will leave this.
Hello, this is your host Tristan. Thank you for watching Adventures in Habanshall. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share this with your friends for more future content. We'll see you next time.